We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two mics and a mind. Two mics and a mind. Two mics. Watch this. And a mind.
Hello.
Mics and a mind. I'm Tuli, one of your hosts. I'm with my co-host. How are you guys?
We back.
We're live.
We back. Want to spit a special shout out to my number one fans, Jordan, Ian. I know y'all out there watching. I see y'all. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
The kids ain't got nothing to shoot for in their life.
What?
He their number one, and they his number one fan. They shoot bad. It's like I don't know what they're going to school for.
Let me tell you something. You never know who might be looking up to you. You never know. Think about it. When you were sitting up there preaching, doing your first trial sermon, you ain't even know I was watching this. You ain't know.
Nope.
You weren't.
Yeah, I did see your first sermon.
You didn't see it when I did it.
No, but you didn't know that your first sermon would reverberate throughout the decades. You didn't know that. So you never know. That's
so that has something to do with them looking up to you right now? All right. Exactly.
That ain't go to what I want to do. Give me some time. I'm gonna connect.
Made no sense. How we doing, question, baby?
Hey,
everybody, how you doing? La Carrara.
La Caria.
And Cotton Picking Val.
Oh,
one of the hardest working pro.
Yeah,
on the street. All our people, they're great. That Val, she's gonna ask you every day, what have you done today? But Wayne.
Ain't that the truth?
I came home, I put all my signs together, loaded back up in the car. On my way to where I had to take Austin somewhere, he said, meet me. I'm dropping off a car to have the details. Because I need you to get me right back down to the job, back down to the call out when you get finished. I said, as soon as I make some stops. We had to stop along the way and drop some signs on. I said, hey man, I drop as I'm driving. I find a spot, I just pull over, jump out, drop a sign.
That's right. As a matter of fact, today we have 10 days left, is it? No, 12 days left until the big
I don't know if it's 12 days. Next week is early, bro. So how long has it been for voting? What, 1 week out?
It's the 21st, right?
Hey, that's my baby, my daughter, my only child that don't fight me. She said her name is La Key, or she make an error. She says an error in it. She said she locked her key. Yeah, she locked her keys and made an error. Most people do that. What y'all do when you as soon as you get through with your key, put them back in your pocket or your pocketbook. People do that all the time. It's a common mistake, especially for rookies. So as soon as you get to unlock the door, put your key back up. The unlock door, throw your key in and lock the door back and then go back out the door. And that's how you make an error. So when you do that, make sure you unlock it, pay attention, unlock the door, put your key back in your pocket, then you go on and you back out, you lock the door to leave, the key already on you. Or you unlock the key, put it in the house like she did, and then you leave it, then you made an error and lost your key in the house. So we definitely appreciate that. That's how any way we can help. He said, I had to be about what he said? Had to be about my father being up. And him and his father were about hanging them signs out there. He'll tell you, I found a spot, I move a sign. I see a sign. I was out, I seen sign people put out there bent over. I said, let me fix these signs. That a guy that fix people's signs, correct them. They just stick them in the ground like you got to have some kind of uniform setting. So look, you got to have presentation. We out there though. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate y'all too on here that go and post. When y'all see me put them out on Twitter and put them out, you repost social media, put them out there. We try to make a change in Rock Their Account. I know this ain't the show about election, but tell y'all, we try to make a change where we stay. And we encourage everybody, wherever you stay, you do the same thing. Don't let it just be right. Kind of wherever you stay. We decide to stop the complaining and let's get out here and do something about it.
Ain't that the truth?
Stop the complaining and start abstaining. It's time to make changes, people. You like that? Stop the complaining, start abstaining. It's time to make changes. That's our new slogan tonight.
How about this? Let me make you an offer. I got one. I just want to spice it up. I want to add a little oregano on top of it.
Yeah. Campaign is coming to the end. Can't you see the signs? That's right, because we putting them out there.
Stop the man, I just forgot. What the slogan is again?
Start the complaining, start abstaining.
That's right. Stop the complaining, start the campaigning. How about that? Yeah. So that's what she did. She said, I ain't just talking. I'm gonna go ahead and put my name on the ballot. And she campaigning. She went from a regular citizen all the way down to an actual politician.
Down or up?
Down.
So yeah, politician down. You slave now.
Yeah. It's okay.
People don't know the sacrifice. We met Denzel Washington out there today. That girl's sick.
That's true. We did.
Yeah, sure.
I did. I didn't want to put it out there, but we did.
We really did.
Okay, sure. Where y'all met Denzel Washington at?
Well,
138.
hey.
You're walking down 138.
He was walking down 138. Denzel Washington.
Yes, sir.
What's so bad? Y'all can't get it out. It don't even make sense what you're saying.
What do you mean?
What do you mean it don't make sense? Listen, I saw it with my own eyes.
Okay, what a picture. Okay, what a picture.
I spoke to him.
I got you. No picture. We met Denzel Washington. Just stop it, man. Y'all just stop. Y'all niggas want to look for Denzel Washington. Kept going. And yeah, what a picture. That's what I thought.
I have a picture.
Yeah.
Well, I take that back. I have a video.
Okay, post a video.
But you should believe us for our words' sake. Why we sit here and make up?
That's what makes me not believe.
People out there in the comment section, tell them where we saw Denzel Washington that today. It don't take that long.
Whatever. The resident Georgia hit us, said she went in late 15 minutes. I told her run faster.
She been hitting us that, but yeah.
She been doing what?
She told us that a while ago. We just saw it. She should be on her weekend by now.
So nobody believes it. Nobody believes. Y'all hear that? Where the picture?
I
no
believe
one took the picture. Nobody. They seen Denzel White. They seen somebody they thought was Denzel White. They said, you know what? We gonna say that's Denzel. Okay, where the picture? Where the video? I know that. Oh, yeah, I know you.
Hold on. Wait. Obviously, you never met Denzel Washington. Obviously, right. People who meet Denzel Washington, you don't feel compelled to just, hey, let me get your autograph. Let me, you know what I mean? Right. This is regular. I was out there campaigning. I would stop complaining. I started campaigning. That was out there.
You did nothing. You did absolutely nothing. That man wasted time. I know
listen.
Let's stop.
True or false? I overheard Denzel Washington telling Tula that he is going to post some of her stuff on his social media.
Oh, he did. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Okay, show it to him. Where's the picture?
You know I don't mess with Dwayne like that, so I would definitely tell you the truth.
Exactly. She ain't gonna rob me like that. She without me.
Like you told me that truth before we got married. You didn't owe that much money.
I did. It wasn't much.
Why we never paid it off?
We did pay it off.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
I gave you the money. You did not pay it off because it was more than what you told me.
It was paid off at that time, but it had been paid off.
It was never paid off.
We talking about Denzel.
That's what I'm talking about Denzel. I'm talking about Denzel, them lies. I'm talking about everything. Them disguises.
That's
y'all can't get them.
Try me now.
Tell us when. Okay, where the picture? And who believe? Nobody on the show even believe y'all. It don't even make sense.
Let me tell you, it's 3 people on the show that knew that saw.
Yeah, I know. That's all it need to be. And Denzel
I've seen it with both of my eyeballs.
Akira
them cigarette burnt out. The girl said she locked the keys in
the air. Hold on now. We're not gonna do that now. I'm sensitive about my eyes. That's something I can't control. I want y'all respect.
But we just saying we know good well you couldn't have seen it. And first of all, she a group. We went to a Super Bowl. And all she did was took pictures before she saw. Let me get a picture of him. All right, let me get a picture of him. And she seen Denzel Washington, who won her favorite, and she ain't taking a picture. Sure, I believe it.
But I was at the Super Bowl. There was people were taking pictures of the Super. They were real happy that day. But
listen.
I was there for fun. This was business today.
Listen,
What
I want you to know.
You seen Denzel? Why you said
he
Denzel?
saw Denzel. As a matter of fact, he was so cool and laid back. That's what got me. He was just really cool, laid back, and he caught me off guard because I'm out here working. Why would I see Denzel walking?
I was on the phone and said the police came because you was out there and you kept bobbing toward the traffic, hollering at people.
Hold on. That's misreporting. That's fake news. Now I know what Donald Trump talking about. It be these news stations. They be misreporting. That's fake news. That's fake news. Now you did have one sheep standing out there in the media.
Syphilis. How you know? Syphilis. Good to see you, friend. You've been missing a long time.
Syphilis?
Yeah, syphilis. That's the Greek god. Every time you roll it to the top and it rolls back down. That's the play. Like as soon as you're on your way up, something always pushing you back down.
Really?
That's what it basically plays off of. And all right, good to see you. Long time no see. We're going to listen to these live by somebody seen Denzel Washington.
Oh my gosh. Nobody's telling lies.
All we got to do is show the pictures.
Oh, all we got to do is take a 5 words. Say we got 2 witnesses right here. And 3. That's 3 witnesses.
Again, okay, show us the picture. Nobody took the picture. That's what I thought. No video, no picture. We don't even believe it. He said, I have to get another day when Dr. I'll have to get on another day when Dr. Love is on. He's a pretty cool cat. He's on here. He ain't working that.
Hey, I appreciate that.
That man was a turtleneck in the depth of summer. That's not cool.
Hey, modern sissy foots.
That's
I appreciate you, man.
That's recklessly savage to put that on. That man was in the depth of summer. That man was, you know that man neck got to be so musty. That man neck smell like underarms. You can't wear no turtleneck in the summertime. Then he got the nerve about his short sleeve turtleneck to wear for the summer.
Hold on. I was going to do something, but it's some women out there lusting. They can't contain themselves.
There's some women out there musty. It's some women out there musty, and they see you, they're gonna say, "Oh, he stank too." They'll be musty.
The only reason you think musty is stinking is because you Americanized. If you was over there in Europe, you would be having you would find no fault at all.
I've been to Europe and they stink. But now I'll say this: Sweden, in the Swedes, they didn't smell like that. I didn't smell the Swedes like that.
No, I didn't either.
The Swedes didn't stink. Well, really, I'm thinking Denmark. Well, you couldn't really get up on them to smell them. Them people move too fast. When they get close to about 3 o'clock, you ain't smell nobody there. Everybody on the road. By the time it get 5 o'clock, tell them going, everybody gone. When that sun drop, listen, they gone. You ain't gonna see
that was a weird place.
That's a weird place I think I ever been to. You ain't gonna see nobody.
Oh yeah.
Now that's scary. I wouldn't want to live there. They're like, and then we got out there, had like werewolves up. We were walking out the ship, so they had a mural on the wall. You know, when you get to walk down, just when you get to walk down the steps, you walk to the wall, you got to make a right to walk down the steps to go into the town. And they got a mural with werewolves eating people. I'm thinking, this is weird. And then when you get down there, it makes
you remember the other picture we saw too was inappropriate.
A lot of stuff you see now. Listen, Denmark. Now, Copenhagen might be, I forgot what part I went to. Copenhagen might be a better part.
We went to Frederikshavn, is what it's called. I'm probably mispronouncing, but we went to Frederikshavn, Denmark. It's a boat ride right across the what that body of water was called that we went across. Right on the opposite side of Sweden or Gutenberg.
Gutenberg. I don't know. But
what about a 2-hour boat ride? Hour and a half boat ride?
Longer than that. Not long now. There's
Dr. Joe.
They're scared of them. Listen, those people, them tell you something. Them people scary. Hey, sweetie, how we doing?
Hey, girl.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys? How's your day going?
Right. What you been doing? You been out there having mad Hispanic love. You late coming on the show.
It was a crazy day for work. Today's the day that I actually went out in the field. So I just got here literally 5 minutes ago.
Good to have you. Good to have you. Help us out. We got a nut case and we're trying to diagnose. We need help with him.
Who is it?
He said usually the unsweetened is beside the Sweden.
Oh, Austin.
I liked it till you start clapping. It's just now it's like I know it's dry. Cause you'd be so lame, like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta deal with you. Me and my kids, we don't even do to laugh at that. She said, we look like your humor is like so like.
It is lame. Listen, I got a good one that I just made up.
All right, here you
If
go.
y'all want to know why I act so crazy, it's because I'm like a deer and a doe. I'm horny.
What is wrong with you? What is going
I
on?
just made that one up on my own.
No, he
I
stole
just
that.
came in
The
and
man
it's
don't know
craziness.
the man don't know what he's talking. The man stole that from me. The man had no, it makes no sense. The
It
man
ain't
stole it. The man.
No, I want you to hear.
Yeah,
That's how it sounded when I said it. That's how it sounded when you said it.
No, it made sense when I said it. When I told you it made sense, I told her, hey,
You know you have
No,
to know
dude.
how to say jokes too. It's the way you say the jokes, and it's the
thank
person
you,
that
thank
say the
you.
jokes.
He's terrible.
That word is called delivery. It should
Yeah,
deliver.
the man is terrible. The man tell you you're terrible.
Listen, Tootie,
Yeah.
when he told that joke last night, tell the truth. Tell the truth to him, Tootie.
Tell him what?
Oh, she don't want to answer. See, these people don't want to be honest.
To say things. No.
He told that joke, so he told that joke last night.
I
Well,
actually
I want to give you the courage. I give you an A for the courage to even do that.
And then take no care to do that. Listen, man, creativity. Creativity gonna get it every time.
Oh,
That's all. I
That
try to
man
help
is
him. I try to help him out.
That's
'Cause I know the man. I know that man got the lamest stuff. Yo, he just say the
Thank
lamest stuff. You like, let me help y'all, lame-o. So
Lame-o.
you try to pull lame-o out the hole and say, look, lame-o, this will help you out right here. So you can be somebody and be better. We trying to help Mike give him a little sense of humor so he'll have something he can use on the road. We got the difference is he told it correctly. You butchered the whole joke. Thank you. That's all it was. You just butchered the whole thing.
He know that.
he
But I
probably,
didn't get
he
to trouble at the
related to
thing.
you. Of course, he's gonna take your side. I
Yeah,
want an unbiased witness.
yeah, exactly. He's just gonna go with what's funny, right? So anyway, what are we talking about tonight? I know a couple of things would be good to talk about too.
Okay.
Trying to find what is our subject matters tonight. I want for fans to hear tonight. Wondering what are we going to talk about and what are some of the issues and some things. I think it's some good things to talk about on too, and bring up even a question asking our panel what you think. We asked our panel what they think about if you were getting married. Would you, if you had possessions, any of our listeners out there, just curious, if you were getting married, would you want to get a prenuptial agreement?
Ooh, that's a
And
good
if so,
question.
why? Just a question, just curious. That's my
Oh
family.
man, that's a good question. I don't know why you would ask that. That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. A lot of people have things. Just curious what our people, what they think about that. One of our subject matters. I guess some of the other things we have too we can talk about, but just interesting because I know a lot of people deal in relationships. Some people date long term, some people date short term. It's different. I think dating today is a little different versus how things were, years ago back when I was coming along, 55. So we in my time of coming on, people didn't even discuss. I know people call it that wasn't conversation. Let me say this. For I think maybe middle class, lower class. I can't speak for people that had money. See, when people talked about getting prenuptials, prenup short, people were celebrities. Those were more or less celebrities, millionaires, people like that, because they looked at they had so many other different entities tied in together. And because in the world they lived in, being a celebrity, I mean, they could divorce for any reason. So they would definitely want to make sure they didn't lose anything out of the marriage because they had so much they would bring to the table. And I think from that, people on lower ends, people had, few, like I said, a few coins or so, started to look at interjecting it into the relationship. So now it's become so common that it's almost like, you almost like saying, have a prenup today. It's almost like, are you open to an open marriage? These were things you couldn't say. As time has gone on, I mean, you can literally tell a woman tell me, I am a trisexual, bisexual, heterosexual, and people are good with it. It's like, when I was coming on, you couldn't do that. If you were going to cheat, you want to be good enough to do it where the person didn't care. You know, they caught you, they weren't staying with you. Only people that really stayed with men that cheated on that end were older women like my mother's generation, before her mother's generation, because typically women had so many kids they couldn't work. And because they couldn't work, they had so many kids, they couldn't afford to not have the man there in the home. So they kept him in the home, and most of them still like took care of the responsibility there, even though he might have kids outside or he had another woman. They just learned to live with it. Once women became independent, going out, starting to work, you know, of course, the situation. And I'm not advocating women should stay with a man when they, you know, cheating on me or anything, but it was just a different time period. And then the time period we're in now, I mean, people it's just blatantly open. I mean, a guy could say, hey, I remember a young lady, I'll tell you this story. Well, Jen was going there and used to attend back when I was, we was the Way of God, Church of Lord Jesus. And he had this young lady, and he was looking at marrying her, and she had been married before. And I canceled him on no, and she was trying to tell me about no. You know, it was a different situation. Her situation was different, and why she could still marry him. I was like, no, you know, it's adultery. And she happened to tell me what it was. He was telling me what had happened was her husband had told him that he wanted her to sleep with his friend for his birthday. Yes. And she said, kept on out, and she finally agreed she wanted him to sleep with his friend for on his birthday. Well, of course, you know how that turned out. He divorced her.
Of course, yeah.
And she felt like, you know, it wasn't fair. She only did it because he asked her to do it, and that's why she did it. Then he wound up divorcing her. She shouldn't be by herself. All I'm saying, you are probably like one of the dumbest people on the planet. You know, but I mean that, you know, again, this is the mindset of people. This is in the 2000s, so this should have probably been about 2000, maybe 2005, 2004, 2005. So I say that to say, not just to kind of, you know, tag on that situation, just how much relationships have changed, you know, since my time coming along. Like I said, if you cheated, you just cheated. You had to be good enough not to get caught. You know, you got caught, here it is. You're going to make up for whatever you had to do. So here we are now today where we have from open marriages, relationships. I'm talking even to homosexual. It ain't even like we bring another lady in. Hey, we bring another guy. Typically, a man is going to be on, let's bring another lady in, never another man. But this is where we've gone now. Since probably late 80s, 90s, and it's got more coming in. So now it's over, it's even into we bring another man in and both of us have sex with him, or we bring another man, both of us have sex with him. You know what I'm saying? So you see what P did in them with this situation where he would hire, you know, supposedly male escorts and bring them in to sleep with her while he masturbate, record it, and then he sleeps with them or something like this. It's like this. So now, I mean, I'm just curious with the prenups. Is this something? Is this our today relationships, or are we saying out? This is out. This is going too far. We know about, you know, the homosexual inviting. Oh, let's look on all that. What do people think? Is having open relationships okay? Is it okay till we move into prenups now? Where are we now with the sanctity of marriage? How do we see it? I guess it's a good topic. What do y'all think about that?
That's a great topic. For me, I'm against that. Then again, you know, I, as you guys know, I grew up with old folks, so it was old school for me. But I could see why it's happening. That's why although I got married late, I am for people marrying early when they don't have anything, both of them. I figure now that you're older, it's hard to kind of give yourself and you build so much. But I'm still against it. But I that's why I'm for early marriage when you guys don't have anything and build together, because then there's no issues. But nowadays people are marrying so late. It's like, to me, it's like you've built so much and now you're joining together. Then again, you have to be sure of who you're marrying, if not why marry. But I think that's why it's happening, that the prenup marriage situation. I'm completely against it though.
Well, since you brought that up, if you don't mind, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So recently married, so you've been married for a little less than a year.
Yes.
Okay. Well, probably about 8 months, maybe somewhere. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Somewhere
exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
I think somewhere, and I know the lower probably 6. So with that, was that something that you considered your husband? Did y'all talk about it? Did it come up in conversation? I'm just curious. Did y'all even have the conversation? Did it come up? Was it something that you thought of? Maybe, well, speaking for yourself, maybe I ought to get one because you already had your own home, career as well.
Yeah. Believe it or not, before I got married, when he went to speak to my brother, he specifically said, your house becomes his house. So there's no question about you separating things. He's going to build, and that conversation came up. So I never thought about separating my whatever I build or anything like that. It never came to mind. It's not familiar to me. It's not something I ever thought of doing, or somebody near me did it. I felt like if I was getting married, I needed to trust that person. If not, like, why get married? But it never came to mind. It never came to mind. But it's hard. I mean, I came with certain things, and he was still building, and it was just trust at that point. But it never came to my mind. Yeah, no.
Well, we got a comment from Syphilis. He says, no, because you're supposed to marry early and build together.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Also, we got Big Cookie. He said, if you ain't trying to leave me and take my money, it shouldn't be no problem. I'll pay as long as you stay. Okay. Interesting. What about the rest of our listeners, our other hosts on here, our other co-hosts? What do y'all think about it? Because today we live in a society where some of us are maybe traditional. For me, I'm more traditional. I think a lot of things today that people bring in are a lot different and than what I'm accustomed to or seeing or doing. So maybe they might say old-fashioned. Even though I'm from the streets. There's just a lot of things I looked at. For me personally, I've always looked at marriage being something that was sacred, something that was, a togetherness. When you did it, that was for life. That's how for whatever reason, I always saw it that way. I thought it was. I did have an uncle, I think, and an aunt that was remarried. I found out about those people like later in life. I assumed, for me, because my parents were married, that was their first marriage. So I assumed when people got married, that was your first marriage and that was your only marriage. Because typically when people divorced, like I said, with women, when I grew up, born in the late 60s, you would call a woman a divorcee. They know she is a divorcee. They don't even use those titles. They don't even say divorce. Single and swinging, girl, I'm on my own. So it took away that negative connotation that had. A woman was really looked at different when she was a divorcee. They like, she is a divorcee, which means you failed. Or if they was remarried, they would let it be known that's her second husband.
Right.
Or third husband. Then it looked like, wow, it like you was terrible at that point because you're not your first spouse. Now today, do y'all remember that too? Do you remember that? People would look at differently if it was your second marriage. It wasn't even about the book because I didn't know that till I came into what they call holiness at the time. So I didn't know like it was a biblical thing. I always just looked at people like, why weren't you with your first one? Even what it just seemed strange. I don't know. What about you guys?
What you guys think?
He said, marry early and build for me. That's what he said. Justin said, it's tough because me and my wife like dirty, sweaty, raunchy love making. So a prenup is something listen. Oh.
That's so nasty.
Right now I just want to rip my eyes and my memory out. All I picture is white and chocolate ice cream going at it.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Ripple. You remember that's what you call it? You remember that ice cream? White and it be stirred all up and down. You remember Ripple ice cream? White and be the white and the chocolate are mixed in together.
Don't McDonald's sells it?
Seems like a trend for some. Yeah.
I think it's a modern thing, yeah.
Lock the keys in the car. Said, since coming here and learning, I'm against it. But before this way, I was for it. Well, that's interesting. Well, lock the keys in the car. Why don't you come on and tell us why you were? I mean, yeah, y'all come on, y'all just come in on here.
Yeah.
Show your face. No, because put the link up so they can show.
Yeah, post the link, Tuli.
But Love Doctor and Tuli, what do you guys think? We haven't heard from you guys.
Also, before you say, let me say this. I want to say this. I am for bringing someone else into the relationship. That just happened recently. I don't disagree with that now. Yes, I know it's odd and funny. I'm into introducing, bringing someone else into the relationship. I was first married to a white woman, and now,
okay.
So now I have Chocolate Thunder. So
now you have a Chocolate Thunder.
I'm learning to evolve with the time. Now I got Chocolate Thunder. You know what I'm saying? So
and you'll have that white vanilla again. So
yeah, I mean, yeah. You know, the wife dressing up being somebody else. I had a white woman, then she dressed up like a nigga.
Man, come on, man.
Now she coming in like a coon. You know, she put on
That's
the coon.
pretty cool,
man.
In the summer,
Come
you
on,
have
You are so tan.
I know. I tried to hide.
Put them on because I'm not in the listen.
I love it. I actually love it's glowing.
Listen, I am for white women. So y'all gotta understand when Chocolate Thunder came in here, I said, hey, my wife said it's gonna be a mess, it's gonna bust up my room. So you know what I'm saying?
I love it. That chocolate is healthy, they say. It's organic, non-GMO.
No, that's not organic, that's burnt.
I would not be on
no, you don't have to come on camera, but your audio, you just turn your audio on, but you don't have to turn on your screen, Lakiero.
Yeah.
Just click on the link, and I'm just gonna ask you options to turn off your camera, but turn on your audio.
That's what we're talking about. There go the link on that, please. Y'all come on and comment. So join in. Listen, hey, this is an open forum. You know, this is an open relationship. Yeah, man.
Hey, Love Doctor, what do you? I want to hear Tuli and Love Doctor's opinion about this.
Y'all folks real nice and kind, but my pastor he watches the show and he has a special seat that he tells us about why. Oh, crazy. He said, yeah, smash that like button. Smash that, yes, subscribe. Hit the like button as well. Nothing wrong with chocolate. Yes, so that's what you're saying. Mine is burnt. I mean, I bought vanilla. I'm telling you that when I go to the store and I buy vanilla, I get home and the thing chocolate, I'm pissed because that's not what I went to the store and I bought vanilla.
You know, did you like that ice cream where it had like that hard chocolate on top and then the vanilla inside?
I can do that. No, listen, as long as I can peel the chocolate.
That's what she is. She just has that chocolate layer right now, but she's still got vanilla inside.
No, it leaked through on the vanilla. Do I have to be on camera? No, you have to be on camera. Lock your keys in the car. If not, I'll come on top. Just come on and give it the vibe and tell us why. Because we're gonna be typing read for all nights and days. Well, y'all listen, we have a show open to equality, and we comment on these things. And I'll tell y'all this much because y'all family, we all family. We recently had someone that suggested getting a prenup, and I'm curious on people when I ask this honestly. Are we in that time period now where this should be part of the conversation when when two people get married? I look at it from a view of basically how I've seen it. I look at it from a religious standpoint. Okay, how I've seen it. Now, you know how I see it religious now. But that doesn't mean everyone see it that way. And saying that, I'm curious do people feel like, I mean, you don't have to have millions of dollars or whatever. People feel like whatever they have, I feel like if I earn this, I'm just saying for some people, I feel like it's mine. It might not be much to you, but it's something to me. Right. And I wouldn't want to lose it in a relationship. So now and to know that, I just want to know, do you feel like it affects when I ask you, tell me, do you feel like it can affect the relationship? Or do you feel like you feel like, hey, I can have a prenup and it doesn't change the relationship. Like if I love you with all my heart. I'll do anything for you. I'll like, you know, people say I'll swim the deepest ocean. I'll climb the highest mountain, you know, whatever it is. I would just like to have this. So I'm curious in asking this, what if somebody, especially for somebody who agrees that they feel like is, I'm for it. What's your take on that?
Right.
We have lock the keys in the car, and good to see you, Confederate. Come on, lock the keys in the car. Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, lock the keys. We added to the show. Welcome to the show, Locky Arrow.
Oh, locked it in Arrow. I'm sorry. Go ahead, you locked it in Arrow.
Shalom. Okay, so my reasoning the first reason, well, there's multiple. The first one was if it was genuine mutual interest, then I didn't understand why we would need to share anything financially. Like if I have mine and you have yours, then a prenup is cool, because that means if we walk away from the situation, then everybody leaves with what they left with, and we split anything that we built together. Because my plan was to be a successful lawyer, but that did not happen. So I just knew I was going to be rich and have my own money, and I wouldn't need a man for anything. And I never wanted to need a man for anything, because financial independence as a woman was very important to me. Because I've seen women in situations where they were totally dependent on men, and then when those men left, it was like they were just stuck. So that was something I was afraid of, and that was why I wanted to maintain that. And the other reason was the fear of the unknown, because you don't know how people will change. Some people, they're with you, and then if you get divorced, just to make your life miserable, they will do things to you purposely and take everything you got. And, especially in the marriage, like you share so many things, and they may know stuff that could hurt you or harm you or, really tear your life apart. So it was the fear of the unknown. And just out of, if we genuinely were interested in each other for love and we didn't need each other for survival, what's the issue in signing the prenup? So that was how I felt before I came here. But understanding what you teach, Ra'af, I have a different perspective of it now. But yeah, so that was my reasoning.
I got you. And what you're saying, I think it makes a lot of sense from the perspective of a person looking at things from an aspect without involving their salvation or the spirituality of marriage. With that, being looked at, I could see that take. When a person starts to look at, the spirituality of marriage, it's basically, each party is interdependent. Just like a purpose of taking apart from Adam. Once he took apart from him, then you lack something. So then there's a need to come back. Just like when you go to the doctor, if you have any type of illness, typically deals with one or two things, either overage or a lack. So a lot of times people that have like low iron, what do you need? More iron. So that's where you need an increase. So he looked at what was appropriate for Adam, because I took something from him. So I took something from him that he'll come back and see there is a need for it. So just like what you said, like if you kind of listen to the conversation, I typically didn't want to need a man. Don't need a man for anything. I don't want to need a man. What is the purpose of getting married when I don't need a man for anything, or I don't need a woman for anything? That makes it, you have to. How do you procreate? How do you come together? So I think sometimes, what you said, that was the old, mindset or how you saw things. So you look at today, when people say that, I couldn't be in a relationship with a person telling me, I don't need you for anything. That makes no sense. Who wouldn't want to be needed?
Right.
That's the whole purpose of, I need you, you need me. We are dependent upon one another. So you just like you depend on me to hold my end. You see, just like how Ari, the male lion, Ariel, the female lion, what lioness, how they operate. They're interdependent. She depends on him for defense. He depends on her to eat because of the large size, because his stamina, because of the large mane. It's hard for him to be inconspicuous. So he depends on her for the hunting. She depends on him when it comes to a defense. When they get certain prey that's a little larger, she depends on him. If I track it and run, I need you to take your weight, all your power, and pull it down. So then I need you in order to sire another generation. So when we kind of go in it with that mind, and society does that, because in the 70s, 60s, back, women didn't say, I don't want a man for nothing. I don't want to need a man for nothing. There was a need for a man. Like you went to party, is man. A woman was single. Women got on a girl. What's wrong with you, girl? Listen, if you didn't get married by the time you was a female, if you weren't married by 30, something was wrong with you.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first thing. Look at she 30. You're like, yeah, she 30. She never been married. She got a kid. Something wrong with her. Don't marry her.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta remember that. You had to get married because they looked at something was wrong with you if you didn't get married.
Yes.
Older people will say, why a man, he's 40 years old, he whatever, 30, he's never been married, he don't have any kid. No, he don't have any kid. What's wrong with him? Is he homosexual? You're like, no, he's not gay. You're like, it inquires the mind because typically in society, these are just things we weren't accustomed to. We got some comments too. Anything, locking the keys in the car. She said, if you suggest getting a prenup, there has to be a lack of trust. And if there's a lack of trust, we shouldn't get married. Just my thoughts. That's from Sarah. Yeah, apparently she whines a lot, the brat.
Wow.
So I said, I understand if you worked hard to build a lot and think that what's yours is yours. But I think it will change the dynamics of a relationship. It shows a what if this doesn't work thought process. Yeah. Brandon Lewis says, I ain't got nobody number. We need to get you somebody number. What happened, Brandon? He said something's still wrong with them Paul. Yes, true. Woman not to say
a follow-up question based off what you said, if that's okay, and then I'll let you guys go on to your next caller.
No,
you mentioned, okay, so who doesn't want to be needed? And as far as like, there has to be a sense of a need when it comes to getting married and having, whatever. But how do you determine whether there's more love or more need? Because you don't want, you don't want someone to be there because they need you. You want that love to be there, but it's okay. If they need you, you could be there for them. But how do you know what's what? Like, how do you determine that?
Sinuses. Let me wash my hand. Let me tell you something. Well, a lot of things come in with knowing a person and knowing yourself. What type of person are you? What do you have to bring to the table? And yeah, I mean, love comes with a need. I mean, love, when you love somebody, you need them because, I mean, this is a person you can share your affection with, share other things with, conversation. Love is more than just an emotion I have for a person. Love tends to, I love being around you because you give, you make me feel, you enhance. So, I mean, that's a need, having somebody that you can have that emotion to share with, because a lot of times with people you can't. A lot of people are bottled up. Let me get there. He says, Sarah, I don't knock prenuptial. Men get shafted in the system. I don't think it's right. A man has wealth before marriage and a woman can't get half. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard Bishop? What else he said? Woman not have said something after that. What he said? He shoot down somebody. He shot down somebody else. Hold on. He said, if you weren't shooting with me in the gym, you don't deserve no half either. Y'all hear that? And the cookie last.
I have a question regarding this prenup. Do you think, and our guest, if you could answer as well, do you think that prenup idea comes from a trust situation that has been built up throughout your life within relationships you've had in the past? Because again, I see that more in older people rather than younger. So I feel like that trust still hasn't been broken when you marry younger, rather than when you marry older. Maybe that trust was broken with relationships while you got to the point of marriage. Do you think that's where it's coming from?
Well, I think I think it can be a problem of a person sometimes, and not maybe the other person. Because I wouldn't see necessarily marrying a person if I had that. Because it's like, if people, we ignore some signs we get married. People see things sometimes about people. They say you keep going, but certain things I feel like I can't trust you. It doesn't make a sense to marry you if I don't feel I can trust you. So I think it's a matter of looking at, is it I don't trust myself. Well, I feel like I want the option of I want to be able to get out and I don't want to lose anything. Versus if I'm in it, then no, I'm with you all the way. I think it's important to establish that. I mean, like me, where I'm at, I'm 55. It's like, to me, when you get married older, you should be a lot more wiser, a lot more, settled in things. Like, I got married, I was 26. Tulu was 22. Some people, Cookie was 18. Britt was 19. So younger where you at versus when you get older, you see things a lot differently. You mature to really look at things. Say, if I had to do it over again, it's a lot of stuff I'm more astute to. It's a lot of things I look at I wouldn't deal with or do with another person. I'm saying I wouldn't. Because it's a lot involved when you get married. It's a lot of you give up. It's a lot of you gain. It's a lot of things you interact to and that you kind of combine and do. And so, that's for me. I probably wouldn't get married again. It ain't a bad thing what I'm saying. It's just because people today, I mean, he said, especially when 70-80% of women initiate a divorce, be gone and find your way in life. And that's going to be a matter of the belief. When a person realizes and they actually understand this is our relationship, I can't get another one. This is me. It's one time shot for me.
That's it, right?
And so this is it. And when they understand this is the same for them, that makes a difference. You have to really look at that and say, hey, while we talking to, we're gonna add the other two up on the stage too. Lock in AC, we'll get them, make sure we don't forget about them. But I would definitely look at, hey. And when I don't have a person, first of all, that's your belief that you like, well, I want to know, I want to make sure you're confirming you're looking at, I can't get another one. This is it. So I'm coming in here with everything swinging. I'm coming in here and I'm doing everything, making it work, and you making it work. There's no reason for us to lose. That's how I see it.
Right.
While you can stay, Princess, you got so much you want to say. We got AC, nigga, as well.
AC, what up, man? Welcome to the show.
Hold on, we got to read that. What did it say? What is it? Somebody. What does the person say? Can y'all read that comment?
Saying needs to straight up. She slipped and fell, dropping it off to her lawyer, and I'm still here. She not. Who's name?
Oh,
that's it. I don't know what that is, but that's it.
Hilarious.
That's sick. And you're a sicko, sir. For the record, you, sir, are a sicko. He said, facts, raw. That's it. Appreciate it. Said, Quaisha is laughing. Yes, she know he crazy too. Listen, I thought this was YouTube, not only fan. This man is sick. Listen, Brandon Lewis. Let's see what Brandon said. We go home. Pastor, did you marry younger than you? Or do you think that's important? No, I married older than me. I would say try to marry you because then I married a possessive woman.
Me too.
That makes a difference. I did marry older than me. She's 12 years older than me. That make a difference. But I would say this. I would say keep the age to a time period. When I say a time period where you can relate. Once you get so far in time in a marriage, it's kind of like we don't relate. If I marry somebody 20 years younger than me, come on, we're in a whole different time period versus 10 years, 11 years, 5 years is different. I've been with you 20 years. If my wife passed, I wouldn't. I mean, we're in a different time period. I'm talking about stuff and she looked at me saying, I wasn't even living. It might be fun. It's like you want to be able to have that association and conversation too. That's me. But there are people now that are 15, 20 years, and they're great. So I would not say that appeal that would be to every person. What you got for AC? And we had Chris Federer. He fall off on me.
Hey.
What you got for AC?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, AC.
Yeah. For me, man, I was always against prenups. But I think the problem is a lot of people they got that Cinderella mindset. They keep marrying people that's too low on their too low for them. So now you got to have a prenup because the person that got the money is scared they're gonna take it. But if you're gonna have a prenup, I think it should be stated that listen, the only way you don't get half is if you cheat. for somebody that has the money. But people should not be. If you got to you need to marry in your status bracket. People can take it how they want to. I understand love is love, but you should marry in your status bracket. If you make millions of dollars, marry somebody that makes millions of dollars. You ain't got to worry about no prenup. If you broke, marry somebody that's broke. But if you're going to get a prenup, the only thing should be in there is, because we are in a day and age where people don't hold to their vows. A year later, somebody can see somebody that's cuter, that's finer, that looks better, and they tired of what they got and they gone. So if you want to do a prenup, it should be, listen, I trust you 100%, but because I got what I got, only way, if I cheat on you, you get what you deserve. If you cheat on me, you get nothing. And that's it. Now, if they can't agree to that, then are you really there for me, or are you there for the money?
Well, let me ask you this. What's that? Let me say that. If a woman was rich, lost her mind, and divorced me, I like most men. So saying like most men don't want nothing. I want to make it in life without your help, and that's old school, man. These guys today ain't like that. These guys want alimony, child support, rate. They want to pay for counseling. So that's a different breed now. That's different breed. But with what you said, this is me, because what I believe, I will only marry to what I believe. And saying that, I'm just a believer. There's whatever you do, it'll come back up and it'll show itself. I mean, I'm gonna do my part. If I don't feel like you're that person, I ain't gonna marry you in the first place. If I feel like you're that person, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do what I have to do. I ain't got time to check behind you. I ain't sniffing no drawers, not unless we having fun. But I'm not sniffing no drawers to check to see what you doing. I just ain't got the energy time. What you gonna do when I find out I'm that person? I cut you. I ain't gonna go back. I'm good. I keep moving. You know, I don't want to repair it. I just really keep moving because I know what I'm doing and I know where I'm at. And you can count on me to do what I'm supposed to do. When I go out, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. You can count on it. Ain't doing nothing, less or more than that. And when I say, going and get myself involved with something else, not, performing to the level I'm supposed to perform at. So I would definitely look at. I still want to sign a prenup because, think about it. If you get caught cheating, I divorce you, you don't get half anyway. Even the law for that. Because so there are already things in play to cover certain things.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I think, if you catch your spouse, you go to court, you get nothing.
Well, and that was my only thing. That was
child support for the kids. You just get nothing.
Yeah, and that's what I was. I was never for a prenup myself. I never even considered it. Then again, I ain't had no money either. But like I said, if somebody was to do it, it had to be for that. And if you get caught cheating, the court's for your side of favor. So I don't see the purpose of one.
See, here go a hypocrite now. According to this guy named Big Hood, preacher would have to get a prenup if he was remarried. That's my hair. He told me that to my if my mom got married.
He's
saying that he don't want no woman getting nothing.
Preacher,
this man.
If your wife built all this money with you, and then somebody else comes and enjoys that money,
I'll lose everything anyway.
So listen, this woman not to my reason. You serious shit? That man ain't been married woman. Now don't listen to that man. That man is crazy. If you want the other person to sign a prenup and they won't have an issue with it, is that a deal breaker? Yeah, that's another thing we'll ask too. If a person wouldn't sign, I guess for people who want the prenup and a person said no, would that be a deal breaker? That's a question, because a lot of people I think now are saying no. Woman not is saying he could say, hey, get a prenup. But then again, to me, I still come back to the question of, if I need a prenup, do I really feel like you that person? What you think, Confederate? You chime in with us.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We're getting off.
No noise.
Well, I do want to start out with saying this is your neighbor, Confederate State 48, saying hit that like button, hit that share, hit that subscription. Also, make sure you hit the cash out. I want to start out with saying hello to the one and only Commissioner Smith, Dr. Miss Toolie Smith. Make sure everyone in Rockdale County, y'all get out and vote. The vote count. You want to see real change. Make sure you make cast your ballot. Also, too, oh my goodness, the Love Doctor, Wound Management.
Yeah.
A classic, a modern day classic. Got some informative information, and it really touches on these subjects that we're talking about today about marriage. You know, also to our newlywed Dr. Joe, she can chime in on marriage too. She's a very informative person when it comes to the human psyche and the mind. Also, you know, Billing Her Too Many Shoes. Make sure you get your copy of that. Also, to our one and only Smith. She does so much. You already know, you know, that's without speaking. But I'm just glad to be here today to see y'all. I miss y'all so much. I hob y'all so much. I'm a little bit under the weather today, but I just want to come in and show my face to let y'all know how much I'm, you know, rooting for everything, the way of y'all synagogue and everything that y'all do. But on this marriage thing, marriage is antiquated in terms of what marriage actually stood for, how it was instructed, you know, how it was instituted. And I know you very well versed on it. And from my understanding, what they call the 10 Commandments was actually prenups. It was to let Yasharal know that, hey, listen, if you want to be my people, then these are the things you had to do. You were supposed to harp in with all your soul, all your strength, with all your mind, and not to have anyone before him. The first 5 was to be the Yahuwah, and the other 5 was to be to your fellow man. And when you know, when they came out of Mizraim, that was their marriage vows. They called them the 10 Commandments. So that's a prenup. So prenups are very much needed, you know, to keep people, you know, honest, to keep them, you know, to make them actually put their best out and not to just, you know, discount the union of marriage. So I think marriage is very important, but marriage is defined so differently now. You can be married to your dog, which is crazy. People marry their pets. I mean, it's weird. I mean, but look what kind of society we're in, you know. And I'm just so grateful to have people such as yourself just standing up for the union of marriage. The broadcast last week about, you know, about the children, making sure that they're safe and they have, you know, being the exploitation of children. All of these things are important because if a person is married, I believe that marriage, one of the criteria I would say in marriage, the expectations of marriage should be childbearing. I don't know, everyone may not want children, but I think that's essential to marriage. And then, you know, bring another life in, and then you want to raise them up to have that same type of affection and a heart for one another and respect. So, but like I say, unfortunately, everybody's trying, like you used to say, you still probably say it. We're not trying to get out of something. We're trying to get into something. And people they always trying to get out of something, you know. She burnt the rice. I want a divorce. You know, he didn't give me the whole paycheck, so I want a divorce. And no, people just come up with all the excuses not to be committed, you know. And like you said, if you've given all to a person and they're not willing to give you their all, why would you go back? You know, Yahuwah never told Yasharal to go backwards. He always said forward and upward. You know, he never told him to go back. He told him to eat the bitter herbs to remember how hard it was prior to him. But, you know, he never required them to go back and to go back and stuff. So I just believe that, you know, we should just, you know, do better by one another. First and foremost, do better by Yahuwah. Be breezy. I've been listening to Zamar Radio too, man. Just to let you know, I've been asleep for a while, but now I'm woke. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to Zamar Radio. Yeah. Also, too, it's just I'm just rambling on, but I'm just excited to see y'all. I appreciate y'all. But I would say this before I gracefully exit. The last time I was on the show, I said this. I said, man, y'all better be Ron go dark. We gonna be in trouble. Y'all were warned.
That's
Y'all
right.
were definitely warned. And now look, people running around grasping for straws. You know what I mean? With the Conda Yahuwah, perhaps he may come back on live stream again. Maybe he won't, but we still got to get it together.
Don't you have the link?
No, sir, I haven't received the link. No, sir.
Yeah, no, see
But
that. Live streaming as hit them on that West. They give you the link. Yeah, I thought you had the link.
Yes, sir. If you can send it in my link, my messenger. Yeah, absolutely. But
we went dark.
Yeah, and rightfully so, because again, it's about marriage, prenup.
Yeah,
you said it. You said, hey, listen, you can't stay committed, you can't stay dedicated. I don't need you. I mean, Yahuwah can't use you. So I mean, why should we expect anything different? Everybody. There's no more free rides. There's no more kicking the can down the road, so to speak. We got to do better. And then, like I say, Miss Tooley, she a commissioner. She's setting the bar high. And then I read that document. Y'all go on the website too, and look how they've been misusing those funds in Rockdale County.
It's bad. I put some stuff. It's bad. Rockdale County.
Yeah, make sure y'all just make sure that you do your research on these people. But all the values that people are looking for, they can find it right here on 2 Minds in the Mic. Love Doctor.
Hey,
I got a question for you, sir. Rumor has it that you about to get ready to jump the broom, tie the knot, or something to that effect. Is that just speculation? All right. We can't have you being the Love Doctor, you're not leading us by example, showing us how to do this thing. Put him out in that crossfire. Go ahead and ask him. But I said you found you a good one now. So what's the delay?
No, ain't no delay. Everything moving according to time and seed. It's kind of like a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, you just let it grow. I think the biggest thing is actually finding someone that you're compatible with. Once you found that person, now y'all just take time and y'all grow together and learn together. Sometimes the toughest thing is finding that person. Once you do find that person, everything just kind of take its time. Y'all learn to grow together, so forth and so on. So yeah.
So let me ask you this question, Love Doctor, not to put you on the spot. So what would you say the shelf?
Put him on the spot. Put him on the spot.
What?
Now put him on the spot.
Because I was saying the
shelf. What would you say the shelf life is, or the learning curve it takes before a person ties the knot to make that commitment? How long, roughly, rule of thumb, how long would it take in your opinion, before you make that decision to go ahead and make that lifetime commitment? Because some people, I've known people that's been engaged for 25 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's just a cop out if you ask me.
Yeah, it's afraid of responsibility.
So my question would be, what, in your own estimation, roughly how long would it be that you would have to be acquainted with an individual in order to be ready to be married?
I would say, I want to give a broad answer. I want to give a specific answer. My broad answer is it all depends on your age. When I was 21, when I was 22 years old, I thought one thing. But now that I'm older, my perspective has changed. So when you think about getting married early in life, that's one particular answer. Married early in life, I would say, hey, sometimes it don't take, maybe 2 years. Definitely no more. You know what I mean? If you know a person, because in most times, at least my case, when you get married early in life, this someone who you grew up with, someone who you knew your whole life, probably went to middle school, high school with, somebody you got a history with, their whole family. Versus when you get older in life, you're looking at things like I'm meeting a total perfect stranger that I never met from zero. I don't know anything about their life at all. You know what I'm saying? Except what they take me, and it might be a year or two before I even meet their parent or whatever, simply because they might live in a different state and moved away from their family. But I will say, I would give it no more than probably about 3 years. But I will say this: the real question to ask is, in my opinion, what I really thought about is not how long we should take before we marry somebody. Is how long should I date somebody before I realize I don't want to marry them? And that is,
wow.
And that is,
that's a good question.
You can know that instantly. So instantly, I know less than a week, maybe 2 a month at the most. This person is not worth my time. You know what I mean? But but the other aspects of it is along the lines of, hey, if I do think this person is worth my time, I'm like, you know what? I've known her for a few months. I want to invest more time in it. And then you have to think of things as far as, hey, this is a beautiful person, beautiful character, but we may have different religious beliefs. So I need to get factor in terms of now we're growing together, you know, as 2 individuals, but they also need time to more so cultivate and see where are they really at in terms of making sacrifice regarding their salvation. So that's a teaching and that's a learning in itself, you know.
Well said.
That's kind of the way, you know.
Well, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
A lot of I've heard several people say when you marry an individual, you marry into a family. So what are your thoughts on that? When you know, just because they say in-laws become outlaws, you know all the sayings that they say. But what is your take on when you marry, when 2 people come together, you know, and they've set their parameters, their guidelines, and their boundaries, and then what is your advice as far as like you're marrying into the family, and then about meeting the mother or the father or the parents of that respective person that you're about to marry? What are your thoughts on those? Because I went through all those progressions, by the way, before I got married.
I do agree with meeting the parents, so it gives you a base. Sometimes even if it's bad parenting, a lot of people, and it's always those exceptions of people that grow to be better parents from having bad parents. Of course, when you marry a person, you marry into that family, you know, into the system of that family. So it's a lot of things a person has to weigh. But the main thing I believe is making about the person that you're marrying. And when people can make that their focal point and both people can be on page, it's okay, I got a family with issue problems, so do you. Because we all do. We all got strange people not in our family and different people. It doesn't make us, in a way it does, because it makes us to look at what we don't want to do. Sometimes as we experience and having in families makes us, you know, more cautious, aware of things, to avoid things, look at things to try to make sure we're different than what we saw. Those all play a part, but I think a person has to be open-minded at some point and realize, marriage is giving up a part of yourself in order to enhance one another. You can't be you and be married. You have to be to become, and that's why a lot of people, I think, fail in marriage.
Yeah,
I still want to be myself, my own person. That makes no sense. The only way that Adam could be his own person was to have Ka'ur, because a part of him was his purpose. That a part of you is lacking, so there's a need for the surplus. And when people understand now, like you was talking, Love Doctor, amazing with him in marriage. A lot of times, you know, we look at words or try to have sentences or put a time. There's no time frame on how long. Some people get married in 3 weeks, and it's the greatest marriage ever because they grew to know we had that much in common. To put a date on it is not realistic because I say, okay, in 2 years we're going to get married. I love growth, situation change. It could be longer or less based off of situation, based off our care for each other, growing, you know. Oh, I don't think it's only been 6 months. I mean, it's been people been together for dating for 2 and 3 years and divorce and don't make it and still don't know each other. So when the right questions are asked and the right things are done, the right purpose is set. All these, it's so many different moving parts, you know, and a lot of times things are delayed because of people. People wanted to have, wanted to do, wanted to be in a certain place. A lot of times they never get there. So they dates and times that's not realistic, and now you have to fray to be somewhere, you know, pretend to be somewhere. When I got married, I was broke. I told Tula what I was going to do. What I told her I was going to do before I married her, I've done. did. And listen, I told her I was gonna do. I did. I did. I appreciate you, Whore, for that. I think a lot of times, it's just being real with yourself about who you are and where you're at. And being like with her, she was the first lady I was honest with. I actually showed her things about me, actually conversated her with things about me that I didn't. Even though I live with other women, I still kept my boundaries and my space. She said, "You let them like you married." Yeah, but I kept my space to myself, in a way. I never gave them the whole me. I never gave them the whole me. So where you live when but it was things about me I kept back, and I knew I was married. We didn't have no date set. We weren't going because I wasn't. I kept things back from me with her. I remember the first time she asked me something. You remember you asked me? Yeah, you said, "Let me see your teeth." I was like, "What?" You thought I forgot about that? She said, "Let me see your teeth." I was like, "What?" Yeah. She think I forgot about that. You remember that?
She's a smart woman. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was a horse or something. I was like, "What?"
I asked if they have cavities. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you should ask them that. Or they have, do you see? You got a hub. You got him straightened out how to do it. He used to have a little. He used to grow some grass. You got to fix that. Then. He has some horse shit in his mouth. You got. I don't know why he helped. They let him know. Kind of get that in there and fix that breath. And that just be most people because they don't feel like, hey, I'm just kind of out here just blowing and just breathing and whistling. Kill somebody. You get a wife, it changes things, do things. I'm let me see your teeth. It's like, what? Like,
it's important.
Why I want you in my mouth? What you looking at my mouth for? I did it for. I mean, I just that's fine. That was personal. Like, want nobody in my mouth? Why you asking?
How were your teeth, preacher? How were your teeth back then?
They still women. I still got all of them. I still own every one of them. They took my wisdom tooth out a few years ago because the doctor told me, he said, eventually, they got to come out. I was like, what? I'm like, no, I don't have no problem. I go get a clean, I go home. I don't have no problems. I keep mine, But, she's the first person I open with, talk with about some things personally, religiously, things I wanted to do. And, I put that with her. Of course, she, played like she had it going, had this. Oh, yeah, I had this. I got this on. She ain't have nothing. She played me, and I told all that. And I got and now she turned. Come out the true her. She's a coon. Look what the true her came out. She's a coon. Yeah, I did. I trusted her to have a conversation.
But preacher, before we continue, can you explain what the prenup intakes for those that do not know? What specifically does the prenup intake?
A prenup to me, it really kind of leaves you that space room to where I can walk away with my things. So I'm not really totally integrating in, even with Yahuwah, the existing one. For those that don't know what the name means, the existing one. The whole thing he talked about, even with grafting us in, like taking a wild branch, grafting it to a branch that's contrary by nature, which means this tree, the tree already exists. But that if you bring the branch and it'll graft in, if it'll correspond with the tree said, I'll accept it in. And I'll give it the same nutrient environment that I get every other limb. So a lot of things don't make sense for us. And that's why it's important for us to understand the relationship, just like man and nature. We're both dependent. Why do you think nature's fighting us back? Because we're not producing on our ends. So nature's fighting back. So the man and the woman, my woman, my wife, you keep it up. You got to start looking at what are you doing on your end? Reason why it's fighting back. So man and that woman are needed. How can I be a farmer if I don't have ground? Where do I put my seed?
Very interesting.
So the man looking at his position as a farmer, people say, they when they got us away from farming naturally, they got us away from how we even treat the woman. A farmer knew there were time period. There were time he had to go ahead and get up early. He had to see about it, take care of the cultivate, he had to nurture it.
Right. And the grass.
He spent time with it. Sometimes they would go, my lady go, you just go out and just walk your lane. Spend time. We don't spend time with our wives. We don't spend time with women there. We don't put anything back. We don't consider it because we went away from nature. So it's hard for us to do something that we don't understand naturally.
Right. You know,
That's interesting.
something that kind of really captivated me a few months back when Dr. Joe she kind of gave us like an overview of her upbringing. Well, it was months ago prior to her being married, and she said she drew a lot of inspiration from her grandparents. How her grandparents, you know, how closely, tightly knitted that they were, how they were married for so many years, and things like that. And I really, you know, I had mixed emotions about it. I harped hearing the story, but at the same time, I was a little disgruntled because I came from a broken family, you know, a broken home, the father being displaced and then being in a single parent home. And I was jealous of kids that had mother and father in the home. But when I came, you know, to maturity and started to understand how a family really functioned and how it was supposed to operate, you know, I saw the beauty in it all, you know. And then before my mother passed last year, her and my father had divorced when I was 11 years old. And then when I turned 53 years old, my mother and father will remarrying, you know, and that was one of the greatest feelings that I had, you know, experienced, to see them reconcile, you know, 40 something years later. But unfortunately, she passed away before they ever got a chance to marry, but they reconnected, and that a heart that they had for one another, you know, it rekindled, and it was something that, you know, was a void for so many years in between. But I saw people around me, such as Miss Tulia, Ra'ah, and, you know, a couple other people, a handful of people that, you know, that they really defined what marriage was all about, you know, exposing the ups and the downs of marriage, you know, the intricacies of marriage. And marriage is a beautiful thing if we know how, like I said, if we know how to navigate and operate in it. So this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful topic tonight. But I want to leave y'all with this. I have a splitting headache. My blood pressure is probably like through the roof because of my pain level. But I want to just tell y'all how y'all, I appreciate you all. Y'all, please, please, please consider y'all ways. Make sure that y'all go out and vote. Make sure that y'all have the heart for one another. I mean, make sure if y'all in the Conyers area that y'all make the right choice and go and grab y'all one of those pre-owned certified vehicles from the Right Choice Motors, you know, and Barat products, which I'm gonna have to get with you, Miss Tully, because my supply has run low, and I will be I'll be placing the order here pretty soon.
Confederate.
And I just want to leave y'all with that. This is your neighbor again, Confederate State 48, saying hit that like button, hit that share, hit that subscription, but make sure you hit the cash out. Y'all, until next week.
Make sure you text me your email so I can make sure you get you the code too.
Yes, sir, I sure will.
Also, do it for your blood pressure. Deep breathing, hold, relaxing, pulls it down. Take something that you can squeeze, a pillow, squeeze, hold it for a minute, release. Hold again for a minute. It'll help open the blood vessels. Squeeze.
Hallelujah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can barely see.
I want you to do that. Yeah, do that. Get it down. Breathe. Holding it, relaxing it out. If you can take garlic is good for the blood pressure too. Tart cherries. If you get tart cherry juice, please be careful. Breathe. Please relax. Breathe. Get the breather. Do the squeeze. If you can't do that, squeeze your hands together and then release them. Squeeze them. Hold them for about a minute tight and release them so the blood vessel can let the blood flow. Definitely allow it.
Y'all. Make sure y'all give my heart to the way of y'all synagogue, everyone from the Shavs to the Akim and Akub and the Yaladim, the Benin, the children as well. Y'all again. I'll send that information to you here directly. But I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the show, and like I said, I'll have y'all on, and I'll see y'all next week.
And tell the wife hello and pull out for y'all too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, she been having those seizures. I do.
Well,
much all.
I also want to have one of our callers. I just want to quote on there. Ask why don't the mothers have to be DNA tested? These are questions nobody don't ask. Look at the father.
I think they should. I think some should.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, we start making the women take DNA tests. That's how we know it's their baby. Just because they birthed it, don't mean it's theirs.
And I want to say regarding what he said about me seeing my grandparents, I think because my mother, my mother, after a while that I was raised with her when I was a teenager, she divorced. But I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. I knew that what I saw my grandparents doing, that's what I wanted to do. And then, I don't say it much, but seeing you, Ra, and seeing you, Tuli, I do admire marriages that are together for years. That I think that's a beautiful thing. Like I always knew that that's the right thing to do. But I did see a broken marriage, which was my dad and my mom. And then my mom remarried. And I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I say that to say, like, we could make choices and we could see examples. Like we have you guys, and I think that's a beautiful thing again. So I did have both examples. Yeah.
We definitely appreciate that. That's right, baby. Keep asking till they answer you. But just stop this mouth. I don't know what it meant to Breezy. But yeah, Breezy is really sick. I don't know what's going on, but Quaysha's laughing at his sickness.
I think it makes sense.
The woman having to get a DNA test. I think you got to put somebody. I remember somebody else said that. Cam. Cam had to take a DNA test one time. He said, "Why didn't make her take one?" I said, take a DNA test. I'm like, you do know there's proof is her baby. Everybody was there. He's like, I gotta take a DNA test. Why didn't make her take one? I said, listen, only here you find these people. And then a woman that said, Ra and I are kinfolks. I'm not sniffing no drawers, checking no cell phone, tracking no car or nothing. You get caught, just pack and go. That's what I'm saying. Man, it's old school. These days, he said, and Ra Kadash said, if you can find one, a decent home. These days, if you can find a decent family-oriented person, disease-free, that's a deal. I mean, but I'm just being, man, let me tell you something, man. You behind these streets, boy, it's going to be hard to find out what y'all talking about. Let me tell you what you do now. Honestly, you really just got, let me tell you something. The person that you'll marry when you find the truth will be a person that will come from a better past, a hard life. That's what drove him to the truth. Sometimes we look, I want to find somebody true and no scars, no wounds, no hurts, functioning family. A lot of that is not why you find people here. You find people here because of different things that occurred in their life that kind of drove them for change. And because they come from different walks of life, you see, like people see me now new, a different person. People say, oh, I see Rob, but that's not why I started at.
Like, you don't know what I've been through. That's the truth now.
They see the glory, but don't know the story.
Yeah, I mean,
all the glory.
The glory. I wouldn't even call it the glory of what I do. You found a wounded man. You found a man that dealt with a lot of hurts.
Yeah.
From other people, just from things I encountered, even self. You found a man that dealt with a lot of losses. Had to overcome a lot of adversities, a lot of bad mistakes. Numerous mistakes. I couldn't even count all of them or go back through all the mistakes I made. But it is because of all the things that I suffered, I've gone through, that it got me here. So I think what people have to look at when you get the truth, because when you marry people you're in the world, people put their best face on and don't tell you the truth. You find all the truths out about them, the truth. After you marry them, you realize, well, you never told me. I mean, you didn't ask. Yeah. I didn't think it was important. And then those are the reasons why a lot of people divorce versus, if you know me from here, you know my confession, then you know my life. You know that I'm a wounded person. You know, I'm a person that's been hurt. I'm a person that come from this or came from that. So that drove me here. And if that stops you from marrying me because of my past, then I can't change that. But to throw something in my face to say, hey, I want to hold you to you get nothing of what I have, you only get what we get together. What I have is mine and not, is to not, you know, is to put me in a defensive place to say, I just rather choose not to do that. Because I want to know that where I'm at, you know, we put something down, it's ours. You know, I have no reason, and I would want somebody to feel comfortable enough to know I wouldn't take. I'll tell you, I had a gentleman did some work for me, and he sent me the contract. I didn't get a chance to sign the contract. He did something I didn't like. I was really pissed with him too. It worked out the way it was. We weren't public. We didn't see each other. But it came back around. They accidentally sent me the money for him. And I didn't have to pay him because I had no contract with him. But I paid him because that's the person I am. And he was worried to death. He wasn't going to get, he said, hey, man, we'll work out. Well, we need to work out. I'll be fair with you. I was trying to figure out, like, whatever. It's nothing for me to work out. I'm going to pay you what you got to be paid. And I told him I mailed it to him. I said, listen, matter of fact, you can come and get your money. He drove over there, and he was so happy, man. He was rolling, trying to tell him, I'm 20 minutes away. I'm like, I ain't going to why getting him money. Like, yeah, if you need anything else, you know, just let me know. It's a big job. You got to call him over to a job that Love Doctors. I was like, I don't need you. I don't ever want to see you again. I mean, I don't ever want to see him again in my life. But I paid him what I owe him because that's what I do. I'm a person of my word, and I teach people that. If your word ain't enough to hold and sustain you, and your word validates you, people follow me. It's people that on here that follow me, and not all that follow me on here. And I'll be talking to them too, because I'm telling you, you don't believe me, you don't come to me. It's in the mind. But anyway, people adjust their lives off of what I say. You know, I make a difference in people's lives. They say, you know, preacher, if you tell me I won't, a preacher, you tell me I will, a preacher, you know, whatever you say, I'll do. That means a lot. So you have to be a person that, you know, you have to be real sure about the direction that you give people, and about people have to be confident about the directions you take. But then there's always those others that just choose to kind of find their own way. So it's important for me to be solid in what I do. And I try to interject that out to other people. When you're a man, especially when you're a man, my son had to send somebody a message today about him not responding back and doing what he's supposed to do. He's a man. He's my age. And I had a conversation with this man several times. I told him, I said, let me tell you something. I said, you're a man, okay? You got sons like me. Your boys had to look at you. I told him, I said, as a man. I told him, I said, as a man. I told him, I said, you terrible. I said, you just terrible. Yo, what he said, you're right, Tony, you're right. And it's in back because our sons went to school together. They know each other. I was just like, you're terrible. And his boys are terrible, just like him. And I tell my boys, and I get on for him, just tell him, don't you ever do that. I never do no stuff like that. If I tell people I do business, when I tell people to do stuff, they do it before I pay them because they know me. We'll never have no games. I can't find my phone. I don't know what's going on. So I don't play because I don't play by my money. And I'm a man, my word. And I tell people that just aggravates me so bad that guys don't see the importance of, especially when you're quote unquote a black man. It is so important for you to be a person of your word. It's so important for you to have character. And a lot of my brothers, they do stuff and I get on them. I'm public when I get on their behind because I don't want no excuse made. I don't like it. I don't like somebody. Let them know I don't like that joke. You are a man, but you always got to look at your character, what you project, what you radiate out. And people that come behind you, people watch me to say, hey, I respect this. If people come and say, listen, what do you say do? Older than me. They say, hey, I follow you. I listen to you. I respect what you say because I'm real. I tell them the real me. That's all I can be is me. People say, man, you real. Who's not real? You're trying to phrase something that's not. You real. Just tell people. People either accept you, hate you, whatever. At the end of the day, I was honest. This is me. And Love Doctor is one of the people we talking about these prenups. He's been very quiet. And you can tell us your opinion about these prenups on Love Doctor. Because in saying that, how do we help each other? By doing what we do on this show, Conversating. How do we not help each other? By not addressing the situation, as they call the elephants in the room. We all have ideas and ideology, and we're free to do that. But when we conversate, we try to look at things and say, is this something that's a minority or a large majority see this? Because all of us have opinions about things and things. How we really frame society is by saying, look, as a majority of society, we deem this to be wrong. Like two people just having sex butt naked in the street. How does society deem that? We deem it wrong. It shouldn't be done now. Society can set precedents and rules for things. We say you shouldn't do that here, but we're mad, we're in love, we're mad. Then you should go home or to a hotel somewhere. You shouldn't do it here. Society's behaviors be wrong. Now, we are afraid as people to deem things wrong. Everything's open to, I can't say you can't judge. Everybody's somewhere different. And we've lost people. We lost our way. Look at how today I sent out an article. No, probably 10% of my members even watch it. They don't listen. My members are terrible people that come to pay attention to what I send them. I send things out to them for a reason, but they're just terrible people, a lot of them on that end. But I harbor them. They're terrible people. I harbor them. So it was just 8 states were affected by this storm. 8 floods, North Carolina. And they were saying, listen, if you're in the South, you are not exempt for this thing hitting you. We talking about tornadoes, we talking about flood, we talking about damaging. Dalton, Georgia was struck. I mean, this thing just hit in Conyers the other week too. I'm working on a project, man. Love Doc. I have never seen that many trees ripped out of the ground. Listen, I thought I was in a hole. I couldn't even find the street. I was around saying, what in the, when I was called to the home, I was saying to myself, what happened? This is just a couple of miles from our home. So we take a lot of stuff for granted and we don't consider how merciful he has been to us, his raham. So then you look at, what have we done and how we've ignored nature, and nature has come back to repay us. We've ignored the ramifications, the rule of law from Yahuwah, and it's come back to hurt us. Now look at us in our relationships. We've ignored and it come back to hurt us. So I just think we need to look at things and look at kind of which way society should be going. I know I said a lot. Talk to a love doctor. Tell us your opinion or your facts.
My opinion is coming into learning from the message is that I was in error and I did not realize that there was a ruach tie into the man, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, or whatever. I didn't realize that particular aspect in terms of the correlation with the prenup. But now that I've been taught and now I can see it clearly, then I agree with everything you said. I definitely totally agree and I understood, and I did not have a ruach aspect attached to it, but now I got better understanding.
Well, let me ask you a question. Now you just jumped in and said I totally agree with it. Well, give us a little background if you would. Whatever you can share with us when you say I totally agree with, because I don't think that really kind of. What can you tell us? Because we kind of throw. I mean, you didn't really kind of.
When you say throw, what?
You just said I had the wrong aspect. I had something that really tell. What are we talking about? We said I had the wrong aspect.
We're talking about the prenup aspect of it.
Okay. You just kind of jumped halfway in on it. So I mean,
I'm sorry. What?
If you don't mind, I mean, based on you just jumped in and said I had it wrong. Whatever. I'm like that didn't really. I mean, I don't know if people know what you're talking about.
Okay, we're talking about I'm talking about a prenup agreement. Okay. In terms of what I thought a prenuptial agreement was, from just the physical or legal aspect of it versus the actual tie into it, in terms of how a man really should or how his wife.
Look up a word for me.
Yes, sir.
It's called niggardly. What is that? What is niggardly?
Niggardly meaning ungenerous and stingy.
Okay. That's that comment. That's what I kind of look at what a person doing what you try to do niggardly. It was like really niggardly. Because I mean it was really, you know what I'm saying, ungenerous in order when to do what you said. Kind of what you explained didn't really come out to really. Okay. Let's see. You say what I thought a prenup was. You knew what a prenup was. You say that you kind of how you answer things. You kind of it's kind of meticulous in a way to where it's not really word, and that's fine because I mean because it's all because it's kind of personal. At the same time, I think this a lot of time we make decisions, make mistakes. We can help others by helping ourselves. We help ourselves by evolving from it and become better, but then we let people know coming behind us. This is where I'm at. This like I'll sit down and I talk with people. But that's me now. That's because I have a vibe for my audience, and I guess that's on me because I try to put people in mind or have my perspective when that's not everybody's perspective. People, I talk to y'all genuinely. My YouTube, we connect. I feel like we have a bond. We kind of there, you know. And even with you guys, I talk to you because I feel like we're there. And how we help each other is by being original and being honest with each other and being forthcoming. It's embarrassing, you know, things we've done. Of course, that's like, okay. But if I can better myself from it, I take an embarrassing situation and better myself. I can take an embarrassing situation and stay embarrassed and hide it still covered. You knew exactly what a prenup was. You did prenup because of the type of person you are and how you see and you view things. So now it gives you an opportunity to look at, because you kind of jumped in the conversation, what I thought a prenup was versus I try to get somebody to sign a prenup. You know, because there's me trying to do now, I learn from how, when I asked you that, but that was, now that's on me because I felt like maybe that's where you was better, helping other people, helping yourself. Confessing for me on things, give me an opportunity to see where I'm at. It also give an opportunity for people to see where I'm at, and then people to see change and grow. You'd be surprised how many people see things the same way. And the only way we know anything is doing what we do next, called conversating. Conversation where we exchange opinion. It gives an opportunity, just like teens. I say, hey man, I like the Boston Celtics. Man, I like such. Man, you crazy. Well, why am I crazy? Because they got such. If such do this, such. Well, no, I still like. And what about such? Yeah, but such. Then look at the point average. Then look at the game they lost. Then look at how they perform in the playoff. So now you giving me reasoning for why I shouldn't like them. Now I have to come back to try to reply why I still like them. In spite of that, that comes through conversation. When we don't have conversation, we just kind of throw things and go, then we have a reason to kind of stay in the situations that we actually could evolve from and change.
I got you.
So
yeah. I'll be a little bit more transparent publicly.
Well, let me say that now. That's only if that's, let me say that now. That's you now.
Well, no.
That makes sense.
Well, now that you better understand it, I mean, we'll better explain it and elaborate it. Yes, sir.
What are you saying? Black Ambition said a prenup denotes an insecurity. Would you agree?
I think so. When I look at it from the aspect of more so insecurity, more so the fear of failure, more so of I've screwed up a lot, but sometimes I don't trust myself because I always, it's a lot of stuff I have to prove to myself. So just the aspect of the fears that's associated with it, insecurity. In general, I would say that marriage, in general, can be scary.
I agree.
And it's more so along the lines of just realizing the transparency that I failed a lot. And this is due to my own volition, my own deliberate intention. And I sometimes can castigate that a little and portray my actions onto others. Ultimately, what it boils down to is I've screwed a lot of people, and I don't want to be screwed, and I pass that fear onto the actual situation.
I respect that. Now, other people probably won't, you know what other people say? I don't want to do that. Let me tell you something. The only way we get better is by us talking where we better each other. He had two mics on the mind. We talk about things that are personal as well, because this is what we find with show. Everybody trying to get raised, get numbers, get, what do they call it? Authentic, what they come pay them, what they call that stuff? Whatever it is, you get all it. It's not about that. It's about us coming on here. We all have working career lives. Me, Pastor, Carl, me and Love Doctor help people with insurance claims. He helped people accident, as well as doing what we do in construction, building. Thule in school to be a doctor, as well as running for commissioner, opening her own coffee shop, her and her business partner. We got Joanna married, as well as she's a therapist. So we all got careers. This is not our career. We come on here and we do this. We love people. We say, hey, we got issues. Let's talk. Let's engage people, how we help people. Sometimes that helping people involve even us coming out personal about things about ourselves, so we better ourselves. A lot of times people like living that private, hid, quiet life because people not honest. I tell you that people not honest. And the reason why, because you haven't been honest. So why am I be honest with you when you haven't first shown me honesty? So when I can show you honesty, then I can require you. I can hold you to honesty. When I have integrity, I can hold you. But when I don't have it, I cannot question your integrity. I cannot demand something from you that I myself have not demonstrated. And society has been guilty of this. The police, this ain't everyone are criminals, yet they incarcerate people that break the law. Judges try people who have violated the law when they themselves are violators, because the system, no one is in position to hold anyone to any type of credibility. So when we come on here, we talk y'all about our personal lives, personal issues, and people say, I want to talk about, because you have been taught to live a falsism of life. You have been taught to try to hide and manipulate your way through, and you never succeed. My success for me is not what I have, and I have the comfort level of today. I don't need nothing from nobody. I can go to sleep and rest, man. Only by the corner, Mr. Yahuwah. All Tahalim Tishim, that I'm well and my family is well, only because of him. And I don't take those things for granted. But more than anything, I have an inner peace. I'm not wrestling with myself. I'm not trying to find myself. I'm not trying to, I'm throwing all this plate. When am I going to be exposed? I'll expose me, because I have nothing that I need to try to cover that people don't see. I am a man with fears. I am a man with doubts and disbeliefs of things, but not about Yahuwah, the existing one. That's the truth. My biggest fear of all fears, and I'll tell you this, and you can tell everybody, I fear not being right with him before I die, and before he come back and judge. That's my biggest fear. So my other fears are very much, they're not abstinent, they're not non-existent. They very much exist. They're very much prominent. They very much lurk through my mind. I deal with those things, but none of those supersede the fear I have of not being right with him. That's the man. Not, I ain't scared of nobody. Nothing. Stop it. I'm afraid of a lot of people. That's why I carry a gun. I'm afraid of a lot of people. That's why I carry this. I'm afraid of people. It looked like that, but she got something in them. So I mean, yeah. So but my biggest fear is, So that's just being honest. And I want, when we do this, helps us to be the better us. But we hold each other to an accountability to be us. And I appreciate you saying that, Wayno. I mean, and that's too better you. When you can come along, you can just say it, because now you can say it and you can hear, other people. Now we hold you to, so we're looking for better. That's all we do. That's why people hide. I know people don't know me. I keep living this life, and the only person at the end of the day I hurt is me. At the end of the day, when I'm not the best me, I'm the only person that hurt me. People don't give a flying flip about you, what you do. That's your business, you screw up. But you got to live with you. You got to deal with you. You have to internalize you. I lay down my head and I sleep for my 3 hours. I wake up, I pray for people. I don't wake up because I'm a dirty nigga, I'm a low down nigga, I'm a cheating, stealing nigga. That's not my hang up. When I wake, I pray. I'm talking to Yahuwah, the existed one, concerning people, concerning things I look at that's needed a direction. You know what I'm saying? That's my conversation with him. And that comes with having a peace within myself. That's the whole goal at the end of the day. I know I said a lot. What say you though? I know our time ticking. Ladies.
I just want to say too that I definitely publicly confess what my thought was that number one, I value my material things over actually my relationship with the Most High, in the sense of not realizing he's the source and he's the reason that I even have what I have. And he has rocked me beyond measure, still in spite of my, you know what I mean, my deliberate behavior to, just don't trust. The other thing is that a benefit that I have is I actually have a Ra'ah that I communicate with on a consistent basis, on a routine basis, and I can pretty much consult him, talk to him at any given time, any point. And these are issues, no matter whatever question I have from A to Z, I can always consult him. And I deliberately did not consult him on a particular issue. So that's another thing that I didn't want to, I realized those are two areas in itself. But definitely the third thing I want to add is that understanding, having these conversations, it definitely means a lot in terms of seeing other folks' perspective, because in your mind, just publicly, you can see things in one way and you can have your mind and justify it, but you need to get to a point where you can actually look and consider at what other people are telling you, their perspective. They're telling you out of a how they want you to grow, and really just getting disgusted with the person who you are, with your behavior, your actions, that are really just inconsiderate of others, being selfish, putting my own priorities first, my own thoughts first, my own cares first, and making everybody else, subordinate to me. And that being said, I also want to be known to let that young lady out there know I truly apologize. I do trust you, and situations like this make me appreciate the woman that you are. And I just want to say I would like an opportunity to rectify the situation.
That's all right. I like that. I like that. How can you not like the real man?
Oh no, that big cookie today.
He named himself. He wonder how you got that. I mean, how you can't like? I mean, that's sad. Let me tell you something. What makes a man is learning. A man is willing to change from his mistakes. Of course, we always try to minimize. The goal is to not make any, but when we do, it's always to come back to rectify. To always so we can be better, not just so we can come up and say, hey, nobody's seen I made a mistake. Nobody want to be seen, but when you do, I can show you how I can grow from it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say engaged for 25 years, they ain't never get married. That's the truth. And for our wonderful listeners out there and followers, we appreciate you guys. That's the goal. I respect the real person. I mean, if nobody else forgive you, I forgive you. I mean, you can't ask for nothing like that other better than that. I mean, all you do, hey, this is my mistake. These are decisions I made based off of and because of. I had fears when I got married. I wondered about that. Hey, we'll make it, stay together. Because you conform your life with somebody else. So that's something that's like. Didn't you have some fears, Joanna?
Yeah, definitely.
I remember her fiance, he got locked up a couple of days before.
I was gonna kill that man before even getting married.
That nigga. But we got.
I do have to say that if I would have not listened to you last year, I probably would have killed him.
Yeah,
because it's everything else, timing, everything, and I mean, you do have to listen to people that have experience and wisdom. They do know best. Definitely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get them lights up. Now, you know what? That's the truth. People don't realize, hey, you married people, and your husband stepped up to the bed. And I told him, I said, listen, I believe it. I'm putting my confidence behind you. Do the right thing. And she told me he been doing it right. And that made me feel fine. I told him, I said, I believe in you. I'm signing off on you. He told me, he said, Paul, I ain't going to let you down. He said, I ain't going to let you down. I appreciate that because it was about him and people knowing people believe in him.
Bro, I know you said something important, but I just seen something pop up in the comment section.
What is that?
Oh wow! Could you read that for me? I need my glasses. You can read that for me,
Find the genius, and then we'll put the stick on it. We'll put a stick to it. We'll beat it with the stick. I hear. Yeah, I mean that's all you can do. That's all right.
But my advice to you, little doctor, before you get married, is listen to that man. He's always right.
Try to tell him. Listen, I'm trying to hold on. What the comments happening? I worked with this girl, and her man had 4 kids together and had been together for like 10 years. He keeps having financial issues, and that was his reason. He said he wouldn't marry her yet. You have too much financial issues, you keep having kids. You're already in it. But see, this is the game of self. And she's just as much privy and party to it than he is. So the fact that she said you keep making, how are we having financial issues and we up to 4 kids? What do we have when we had 1 kid? What do we have when we had 2 kids? What do we have when we had 3 kids? Now we have 4 kids. You can't marry me because of finances. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
No sense.
But I mean, this is again because people are not true. She's dependent. He's locked her down where he said, I'm afraid to put down on paper, but I ain't afraid to live here and keep making these babies and take care of them. And then you so ignorant, you looking at, well, at least I got these kids. So it's like we married. So I got some that he got these kids. He can't get another woman. You don't realize a woman take a man with 10 kids. He'll be like a man with no kids. Because the average woman will accept less. As long as she getting something. So here we are, what people got to start looking at and considering. I mean, the choices you made. You know what I'm saying? These are the choices you made, folks, and coming out, being honest, being forthcoming, making adjustments is so important. And people have to realize that, being the true you, if a person gonna love you, they're gonna love you for who you are. That's the end of the day. That's all you got. You know what I'm saying? You gonna love me or leave me, baby. That what the old boy told me on that too. On Good Time, he told them. He said, look here, mama. Love me or leave me, baby. She told him, bye. But he let her know who he was. He told her. You remember he had a friend? Y'all remember Good Time? JJ had a free friend. They were the 4 men. They were the 3, something they were tighter than jaw, 3 sizes small. You remember that? Somebody, Angel Hall, what Angel said, off topic, Pam Grill, Bernadette, daughter on Good Time. Who is more beautiful? Definitely, easily Bernadette. No, Pam Grill was beautiful. Bernadette she was pretty too now, but Bernadette, he talking about Thelma.
Yeah.
That was pretty. Now Pam Grill was beautiful too now. That were 2 beautiful women. Except like now they got more of that makeup stuff. Back then they were just beautiful women. Thelma still ain't bad looking now. But Pam Grill was tight.
No, look at him now. Look at him now.
Pam Grill older than her.
What do you think, Tony?
They 20. Look at the age difference.
I think Bernadette hands down.
Pam Grill got messed up from old cocaine Richard Pryor. He didn't want no woman, he wanted a man. That's why he kept getting married. He supposed to marry Pamela Grill. Hollywood was waiting on that marriage. And he married a whole different woman. He was scared of her. Pamela Grill must have stole something on that joint. He was scared of Pamela Grill. Now, back in that day, she was her Lola Falana, they had all these women back then. They had Pamela Grill, who else? She had other beautiful. Then Jacqueline Kennedy came out. She was a beautiful black woman. For I think she was kind of mixed. Jacqueline Kennedy, she was considered a beautiful back. She was before Halle Berry. Halle Berry, she would got herself in and she just turned a little huckleberry. So we had some beautiful black women. They always kept them hid and put up that. Some of them liked it, like some of them liked it. JJ Mama, they thought she was beautiful. Did you think she was beautiful to them? Huh? Esther needed a role. You know how that name role for? She needed to get on out of there.
Wow.
Man, she had all that. She had all the wrinkles in her neck. She had lay her hand. Lord and bless Jane. Man, she had like the stairway to heavens on her neck. Man, I hated her neck. I hated her skin. I hated her hair. Man, I hated her beard. I hated her polyester pants. I hated her blouse. I hated Esther Roll.
You just hated her.
I hated her. Man, Esther Roll rough. Somebody said, well, hold on, look at that. Man, who else hated Esther Roll? I mean, I'm talking her inner beauty probably down. I couldn't see it. Man, Esther Roll, I hated her black fingernails.
Everybody person on the inside. That was a good woman.
Seen it, man. That
was a good woman. You need to be looking. You looking with the wrong pair of eyes. That was good woman.
When they shot her on Rosewood, I said, yes. James could have been somebody. You know what I kept waiting on to happen on that show? James to pop back up on that show. He had another family. He told her, I was so sick of your ugly Ash. I said, Ash, I had to leave and I got me another woman and we doing good and we out the project. That would have made that show. They can have a reunion show. And all the person dead is Valona, Janet Jackson, because she Michael Jackson, and Esther Roll. They can have a show and have come back. He come back and tell them, said, I did like, because remember his dad ran off on him when he was little and came back. He can come back and tell them, yeah, I wasn't dead. Yo, my friend dead. I climbed out the car. I'm back. Well, man, your mom was ugly. I just couldn't come back to her. You'll feel the innocence. He just tell, he said, man, I'm tired. I got so tired of that ugly woman. And then she cooked them chitlin. And I was sick of y'all. JJ, you was the ugliest kid I ever had in my life. Michael, you was a midget. You know what I'm saying? He just told the truth. It ain't right, Valona, I really wanted you. But I know you were thinking my wife was beautiful and she was just an ugly dog. Y'all were friends. I mean, it'd be a beautiful show. How many of y'all want to see that show? Somebody said, some question I asked about my kids. Hold on. Some questions I asked about my kid. I might have to get that test. I'm not sure all three of mine. Oh, my God. I'm thinking the same. Especially you go to the grocery store. Them kids don't look nothing.
You see them dancing?
Police on them. Let me tell you, I think they done call the police on her at the grocery store if she been out them kids.
That's true.
You need to, maybe this last kid will come out dark.
Woo!
She finally get one look like her. What happens? She get one come out her complexion. She had to tell them that the other three her cousins. She gonna be like, those are my cousins.
Can you imagine? I never thought about that.
One dark one.
She's gonna feel left out, right? You think so?
And she come back and they do that dark? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You know what she said? When she said they cousins or what? A Harvey Confederate. I never saw successful marriages until I came here to the God. They were always dysfunctional. Yeah, It was in the middle of them too. I mean, let me say this: what people call dysfunction, not always dysfunctional. I think people have false premises of what marriage like. Oh, marriage shouldn't have problems. Just because people have problems in their marriage don't make them dysfunctional. People watch TV too much. And I think reality. Reality. In real reality, people disagree. People have arguments. People have fallout. People have breakups. People have separation. Get back together. Oh, it's dysfunction. It's not dysfunction. It's because this is my first marriage and this is how I react to certain situations. This might not be the best way to respond, but this is what I know at the time. So this is how I respond. So now I regroup, I mature, I learn. I'm not so easy to run, cry, faint, quit. This is because of experience. I think sometimes, and I say that marriage, evolve. You have to evolve with marriage. Marriage is always constantly changing. What advice would you give to someone who's looking to marry a woman who they've been talking on and off for 16 years? Man, I've been on and off 16 years. I say leave it alone.
I know that's right. 16 years? You serious?
Because at 16 years on now, we've been getting involved with other people.
16 years?
That take a lot.
That's
crazy.
That's
because why we've been on and off that much? 16 years to what you say? You had to go out so you could try to eat something. For real? Niggerly. Very ungenuine.
What would I say?
Yeah, what do you say? About that niggerly act, how you just went off so you could bite something to eat.
16 years. What would I do?
Advice, not what would you do. What advice?
That would be based on what I would do.
He wants to be married more than she do at that point. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't marry her, no.
No, I wouldn't do that. We done been 16 years. It's time to move somewhere else.
Right.
Way past, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't.
16?
That's crazy.
The message in itself telling you that it ain't gonna work out. 16 years. Wow.
It happens.
It's an advertisement. So what did he do at advertising? See if somebody else together. That's crazy.
Oh, they only have one child? Wow.
Oh, they got one child? That's a lot. Well, that's tight right there in itself. Maybe they're ready to settle down. I mean, you had to really hit the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because, it might be some other mitigating factor that might say, okay, maybe y'all ready now. Y'all played around long enough. You realize we better together than separated. But I mean, that's a lot of messing around. I think if you got married now, you look at, I think it would crash the marriage in a sense for someone. You think we got more time outside of marriage than we do in marriage. You know how long it take to get 16 years of marriage? On top of 16 years we've dated on and off. And man, it's like, it's too many. It's got to be a lot of scars there.
And what do you say about those people that count the dating years with the married years? Is it the same?
No,
it's not.
Not at all.
Somebody said, "Oh, shut up, Princeton."
Yeah.
Coffee shop. Ooh, exciting. What is wrong with her? I'm gonna need a job, man. She said she don't need a job. See, that's somebody. She don't need a job.
But okay.
Most insecurities come from your wrongdoing. Exactly right. Love Dr. Living. Yep. I'm working on this meat. Please, quiet, humble things. So I'm gonna let that slide. You better go get you a hammer, some screwdriver, a drill, and a jackhammer, and bust that thing up. Work on it another time. This fight is for life. That's what I'm talking about. Every time you see him, on for life. He said, I agree with Andrew. Wrongdoing, mistake, failures, all that breeds insecurity. He's right. Would you agree? After carry 100%. Those guys, he said, I appreciate it too. The way say you help somebody else. People don't realize you help other people. True. I'm telling you, a lot of times people don't realize they be, man, you help other people. I know he had more bubble guts than usual on this show. Oh, that's true.
Come on, wait on.
Young lady. She's a minor. Goodness. Oh, he's talking about what's going on? Who the guy? A Drake?
You said that. You said that, Love Doctor. So he said that.
Prenup. Somebody said we got something else to talk about other than prenup. Danielle is saying, what the world? When it said, what is Lakeria? What's that? Lock Nessa in a trunk. Was she locked up? What's she saying? Y'all, what's that? Yasa, you better let that woman know that was beautiful. You call, y'all get through this and live a beautiful life together. That's true. That's about the most genuine you would have heard. And that's a different you. That makes a difference. That makes it different. People don't realize, man. Being you don't hurt. Say her, bruh. Wrong one, not this time. I don't know what he's saying. I missed that. What it was, it could go away. What's she talking about? Everybody, but no, that's how you do it. What they say? Say her name. Oh, she said, say her name.
Her name is Stasia.
What you gonna tell Stasia?
Her name is Stasia. That's her name. And,
what you gonna tell her?
I'm gonna tell Stasia that I want to do right, and I want a chance to get it right. I want a chance to do things the right way.
Tula just throwed up. Hold on. Y'all heard?
Tula, come on, Tula, come on. All that drama, Tula. Y'all don't understand. This is being vulnerable on camera and live. Listen, it's different.
Did you just throw it on Tula?
No.
Oh.
She was analyzing.
Oh, I appreciate that too. I figured you were.
Okay, I miss all these. Coming. Great job. What's up? What else we got? There she go. Yeah, that's all right. Man, what you gotta do. That's how you do it. Be honest, be a better you. We thought that man was breaking in the houses to get high. At least now we know he was breaking in the houses, but we still have to figure out the other part. Who is that? Goodness.
Come on,
Jessica Rodriguez. Hey, Jessica. ¿Cómo está?
Look at her. She appears.
Hey, Jessica. But you know what? I thought, no, we got another Jessica. I seen you. I said, no, I just came that light. I just go right at 11:59, 12:01. Bring her on the show and we can do the wedding over the phone. It's been done before. I don't know. We did one over the phone.
I was gonna ask.
Let me see. Do what you eat now. Since you done turned black, you don't got to be a great little helper.
Let me tell you something. I have eaten so. I ain't gonna say so much.
Richard, yeah. Did Richard get her STD? Yeah, but she still want to marry him. Pam Grill, he gave Pam Grill. He probably gave Marlon Brando one too. JJ Mama, man, she was ugly. That thing, Jessica. What does that mean? I used to work with a Hispanic guy, and he said, and I didn't know what it meant then either. What that mean?
Kind of like, well, you said something, so she said "oof," which meant like, dang, that hit hard, like that.
Oh, that's
that.
Yeah, that what it mean.
I didn't know that what that meant.
That's good. That's good, Jessica. We appreciate you, Jessica. How long you been following? How long you been listening to Jessica? Ugly women need love too. Somebody should love to throw a brick at JJ Mama. That was just a good woman. I'm serious. I couldn't take it. Every time I look at her, I'm telling the most disgusting part. He used to grab her and hug her. He told me, you know you fine woman. Go ahead and give me some of that sugar. He kissed her. I just wanted to die. I said, man, how you do that, man? That's Esther Roll. Man, she should have came with some ties. That was an ugly woman. Yeah, that was an ugly one. Anybody else? At Prince, you right, our Harvey. So somebody Harvey Prince for what? What she do? Who is Anthony? Appreciate you, Anthony. Who we got? Robin. Robin got on bikes and wheels. What we got? I'm just playing. That one may have been a little too far. What happened? She got bikes and wheels. Lachey, Quasia, LOL, Chanel. People do ask me if they are mine, though. I'm sure they do. They want to know if you're a nanny or you kidnapped them, so they call the police. The other ones don't call it. He said facts. Kerry said facts. What else we got going on here? Very true. You don't know till you're in it. Every marriage has problems. The only difference is if you decide to work through them. That's it, man. Who ain't felt like quitting in a marriage? They got one child together. Okay, I got you. Sometimes you probably want to stay at one kid and keep moving. Just because you got one don't mean you got to marry another one. Yes, I can imagine it's not easy. The ones I see were mostly controlled by women. That's why I said dysfunctional. But yes, I understand what y'all are saying. That's why you be so hard to keep you in line. Because she been used to seeing women try to run stuff.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that's our problem.
Sampling the product, it must not be worth buying.
Wow.
I'm with you, man. I'll get that stuff back up. It's supposed to be a cure for everything. That's what marriage is. A marriage is a cure for fornication. So apparently she ain't doing her job. Facts.
People think that.
Huh?
I said people really think that.
It should be. I ain't been fornicating since I've been married. That was for Tula sound, whatever that is. Yeah, so I'm saying question. She's hungry. And greedy is the word. Ever since she got that old black nigga skin, I ain't been do that well. Somebody named Black Onyx. Hey, Black Onyx. Bobby, that's Bobby been a long time. He said that's a trauma brand. You need to look for a what is that? A para brand? What is that?
Bond. I don't know what that is.
Trauma bond. Okay, you need to look. What kind of a para bond? What kind of bond? I don't know what that one is, Bobby.
Par bond.
Holla, is that holla?
Hola.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Don't get in the way, Dwayne. You know your hashtag Teen Love Doctor. Boy, you sure gotta go. Boy, put up with you. Woo! Somebody he said pork. He said pork wings. LOL.
She's really.
Oh,
She really.
he said,
I
yeah,
say she's really meant for you because I don't know.
On and off a few months. Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Yes.
Don't cut us off no more, Jessica. And yes, oof, to marry someone with 10 kids. That is. That's a hard. Listen, don't do it. Yes, that's true. Always have been around very dominant women. That's why she like to fight.
Mm.
And how that worked out.
Who likes to fight?
Between Whip and Esther Goldberg. Both of them kissing cousins. Brother Tim said something that people didn't pay attention to. He said, and please take a bath. He showed nobody said nothing about that though.
What you saying?
He said take a bath. Somebody said Esther Rose is the ugliest. Both of them.
Who pregnant?
Esther Rose who pregnant? I know it ain't Esther Rose. What's her name?
I don't know what that means.
Senorita. I had a friend. He'd holler. He was loud. He was talking. He was real loud. He hey, God, you hear me talking to you? Hey, Senorita, you don't speak no English.
Wow.
It'll be a sister. Man, we be looking at him like what? We be like, man, what? He like that whole act like she can't hear. He be talking so loud. You know, it's like you do know she can hear you, right? But he talk. That doesn't be so funny. He's a whole act like she can't hear. Same level he talking to her. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh my.
I believe it.
Listen, I know some people crazy. Bull was a great person though.
No.
Bull will help you out. When I tell I had Bull I told Bull to kill your friend. I said, Bull, kill her for me. I said, boy, I'll give you $20. Bull said,
that blood on my car. Yeah.
Listen, he was already bleed. I said, boy, I'll give you $20 to kill her for me. Bull said, he gave me $20. I said, yeah. Bull walked out that one. He said, man, lady. He said, man, lady, roll that one. I don't want to bust that one.
Like through the window.
No.
Blood.
I was going to kill her dead. I just wanted him to just get the, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty sure.
I handle a little bit there.
It was just so fun. It was so freaking rude.
Man, Bull was a great individual. What Bull do for $20? Listen, Bull said $20. He said, man, lady, roll that one down, man, lady. He said, I don't want to break that one down.
Wow.
Woo! He said Lynn Whitfield was gorgeous when she was young. Who is Lynn Whitfield?
He is gorgeous now.
Pull up an image of her, little dog.
Let me see if I can find Lynn Whitfield. Is that the one who played Tina on What Love Got to Do with It?
That's Angela Bassett. She is
Angela Bassett. Yeah, she like a Bassett.
They all look alike.
She like a Bassett now. Nah, she played that in a thin line between love and hate.
That's what it is. Thin line between love and hate. That's where she's from. That's her right there.
No, them days got her.
Oh, she's 71 years old?
Yeah, that's
She looks good.
You know who she look like? You know who she look like? Della Reese. Right here.
Let me
right
see
with that,
if she
with
got like an Instagram or
She
something.
used to make. She wasn't she in a lot of movies. She was in a lot of
She
movies.
was a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between love and hate.
and that's right there. So that's recent. Go ahead and hit that video.
Oh, what was recent?
There she is.
That ain't her.
That is her. What is wrong with you?
He blew it out. I don't see him.
Can I make it better?
I don't know if you can make it do, but that's
Oh
her.
no, you got your wedding night.
Oh wow. You see her?
She's pretty.
That's
She's very pretty.
What are you talking about? All that makeup, that's not even
that
her.
ain't her color skin.
Oh, yeah, that ain't her. She got on that's a Halloween costume. Come on now.
Her and Angela Bassett are Asian.
Why?
There you go, right there. That's not a lot of
Look
makeup.
right there with the yeah, right there. She's pretty. 71.
How long ago was that?
That's recent. She's in a.
She don't even look like the same one in that other previous
That
picture.
should be her regular skin.
That's her exactly.
That's her.
That's makeup.
Oh, okay.
Then
Look.
see how she getting older and older looking at these pictures?
She's 71. Are you serious?
Well, okay, but look at the first picture. They saying this is her right here.
In the green.
Look how different she look. Come on
That
now.
probably she was younger. She was younger probably there.
No. That's not. That's her. The lady, she's
Hold on. Here go one right here. Let me see if I can load this.
Who is Kim Whitley?
There she goes.
Whitley.
Look at her, she about to fall too, but she's so diz up
Look
there.
at all that makeup. Her face don't even look real.
Oh my
People
God.
don't even know who she is. They say me like,
No, nobody. Look, the white man right on his cell phone. He don't even. He like, who is this?
They might have told
Don't nobody know who she is.
I mean, she was an act. I've seen her.
she ain't made a movie so long, so she started up. People didn't know who she is. They just figured she
Y'all
was a
don't
lady.
follow her. Okay, so y'all don't know because she is still working.
Where's she working? Oh, she on the corner?
No, I want to call her.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What you think? You on the corner? I mean, you up, and you ain't made me no money. And you ain't made no money.
I work corners, child.
Vivian Fox was until she did whatever to her cheek. Yeah, Vivian Fox was pretty at one time.
Oh man, I saw a picture of Vivica Fox today. Oh my goodness.
Well, show it to her. She slept with Will Smith. That'll ugly up anybody. Look how he ugly up Jada. Man, he done took all Jada hair out. Man, you know who Jada looked like? iRobot. She was very pretty when she was smaller. Then she went that gay, but you know that gay life, it sucked them. You know, I mean, it ain't designed, it'll suck. Oh my God. Well, face. I mean, she got a pig nose, that's all.
Oh boy.
You can cut her head off and put an apple in her mouth and lay her on a grill. I mean, she do. Man, I mean, it's going. You can't put so much gel on the top of front of your head. Is she that bald head? All the hell in front of her head.
I don't know if that's spray on or drew on or glued on. What is that?
That's her hair. It's just slicked down.
Stop it. That is not her hair. I mean, she did pay for
now
it.
that bill have to slick now. That other part ain't her unless she done paid out, unless she made all the payment.
Right, that purple part.
And who's Kim Whitley?
I said, who is Lizzo? Is that
Vivica 8 Fox. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
That's okay.
Wow.
Hormones, y'all don't understand. She's 50. Hormones happen. You got
Hormones do happen. Yes.
Y'all don't understand that. That's something you can't control now.
Hormones are crazy.
59 years old.
Hormones will destroy a woman's life.
Hey there, up and down.
Somebody said Miss Parker off. Friday.
Yeah.
Miss Parker off. He said Miss Parker off Friday. I can't remember who is Miss Parker off of Friday. I remember the movie Friday, Miss Parker.
Miss Parker.
No good and well, that ain't no Lizzo. You know. She look like her. What Miss Parker look like?
Oh, okay. I just found Miss Parker. Here go Miss Parker coming up on the Friday. All right, here you go. Miss Parker on Friday. Bam. And that's her now. Okay, her name is Kathleen Bradley.
Oh, she's pretty.
Oh, I remember her. You're right, Tully.
Wasn't
she like the drug addict?
Right there.
No.
Hey, now I'm gonna tell you somebody who doggone it. I seen probably about 2 weeks ago on a reunion. I seen her on a reunion. What's that? Whitley, off different world.
She burnt down.
Man, she did not age well at all.
Oh, that makeup, Jasmine Guy.
That's her name. That's her name, Jasmine Guy. Let me find her.
Well, you know her last name tell what she look like now. They tried to tell you then. They're trying to tell you that Jasmine was a guy. Her voice, the way she acted, even when she played that movie with Eddie Murphy. Remember that gangster movie Color Purple? When she was laying in bed with him, she kept trying to get that pistol to shoot him.
No.
It's something.
I don't remember that stuff.
I don't remember that either.
It was Hoodlum Purple, Hoodlum Night.
Look at all that face made up.
That's her daughter.
No.
Okay, you some little bitty picture.
That's not a
good.
Jasmine
again.
Look like that.
Yeah, it's showing up. Come on.
She got cancer.
Wow.
That's all right there.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you just can't find anything else that looks better with her face looking regular, huh?
Look at that face right now.
She got all that cosmic. Look.
How old are they?
That's recent. They just did that
3 weeks ago.
She's really old. I think she's really old.
It's a burden for far too many people these days, and we're doing something about it.
She got something with
To learn more, visit studentaid.gov.
Yeah, she look old, man. She's on that couch, man. She's like she's in the past. Whitney had her days now. She had her days.
Oh, she did have a day when she was younger, but
Felicia from Friday.
Man.
My dad said Felicia from Friday. Wasn't she the crackhead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She look good. Somebody who is that? Saying Super Cooper. Who is that? Cooper. Who is that?
I don't know who that is. Never heard of that name.
Me neither.
I don't know who that was. Look it up and see what it is. Maybe she might be.
I'm coming up with an action figure in Mario Brothers.
That might be it.
Said that what you talking about?
Said who's Super Cooper?
Yeah, said this is what I get at Super Cooper.
He probably talking about what you know. He's saying. He said that's how Jay McGowan look like. She must look like Super.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Oh, that's what she
like. Mario. Yeah. That's what I see. That I said that what he said. She do look like Super Cooper. I didn't know what that was though. She definitely look like a Cooper or there's a super on her now. That means Super is over extra. But I know we gotta get ready to get out of here, y'all. Too, the guy get up and hit the corner in the morning. She ain't gonna make me no money because she's a black woman. She was a white woman. I had a chance. She really has been pushing hard and has been. I definitely encourage y'all to post her on your social media. You go on at Tawanya for Rockdale. Put it up there. They can see her. She has an Instagram. She's on. Get up on now on Instagram. At Tawanya for Rockdale. She also at Tawanya for Rockdale for Twitter, formerly Twitter X. Appreciate all y'all guys. Y'all know that coming on here, sharing time with us, allowing us to open up and be genuine with you. You know, we laugh, we have fun about things too. But that's that for a strong voice for our community. She's on that's a picture on that sign. And everybody's got no made on airbrush sign. We just got good. That's my white wife.
I appreciate that too.
She do
caricature of what they look. Nobody looks like themselves.
Yeah, she out there. She knocking them down. They can't. She went out there every day except for Shabbat, and the rest of them died down. They trying to tell her, "Woo, that's a lot. You feel how much longer?" She like, "I'm gonna be here." She there till the polls close before they open, and she has been working. And then so many other ones, Valerie, Tamika, Dwayne, Chris, so many people. Crippled Josh. Crippled Greek, he in a chair. He came out there just to hold a sign in the chair. His leg is hurt. Appreciate it. And there's so many others. Princess, people have been out there. Joanna, her husband Josh, Dwight, Shamel. She been sick and she got some steroids and came out there. Who else?
Timothy.
Yeah, I called Tim name. So many Josh, I hate. He been out there. There's been so much in. We had kids. Our grandkids have been out there.
So many kids.
Naara, I call her Mama. Mama been out there. So a lot of people, her parents, Britt, my baby, Britt, my faithful child. Who else? It's been a lot of Austin, Big Cookie, Bryce. We ain't seen Bryce out, but Bryce have been on the street. He don't know. He been on the street with her. And
I seen Bryce lately, and I understand.
I see him by Starbucks,
but I appreciate your support, Bryce.
He said, "Vote for my mom." Now she's not only my mama, but he be yelling over there.
Who talking about? Big Cookie.
Yes.
Not Bryce. Yeah, Bryce a different breed. That's her child, Bryce. But you know what? No matter how much Bryce Bryce her favorite. So they favorite each other.
I don't have favorites.
Who?
I don't have favorites.
She do because she look just like him. They can't deny it. They look just alike.
I don't have favorites. I only have favorite grandkids.
Don't do that.
Tuli, don't say that.
I do. I have favorite grandkids.
Yeah, she'll tell you. Who's your favorite grandkid?
All of them.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
It's me that
you did right. You did right.
Well, I'm gonna hug my grandkids. All my grandkids, yeah, I hug all of them.
Y'all just say that because they're young. But I know my grandmama, when her grandkids got old, she started telling me the truth.
She hated you too. He
Matter of fact, we got grown. Grandmama started telling the truth too much. People ain't like grandma because grandma told the truth about everything. They say, hey,
put up
calm
a video before we go to grandmama. Grandmama tell them going down the street. You got a video, remember she's on YouTube.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
man.
said we got a chance to talk with grandmama. She passed away.
Yeah.
What was that last year she passed away?
It's
She
been a
had
year.
a YouTube video. That was last year sometime when she passed.
That was last year, yeah.
23.
Why not? Oh, you don't know. Okay, that's what y'all know. All right.
It's been several years now.
It been several years, hasn't it?
Yes, sir.
What?
My grandmama stayed calling me heavy head.
You know,
yeah, he said my grandma stayed calling me heavy head nigga. I like them real grandmama, but them real mama.
Grandmas would say the truth.
My grandkid love me because they know me.
I found it. Here you go. All right, I'm sorry. That cut y'all. I
go ahead. Let's see grandmama.
All right, yeah, man. This bringing back memories, man. All right, here we go. This is for those people who aren't familiar. This is my grandmama. She actually went viral. Video got over. I can't remember how many millions of views it got, but here go one that went viral and got over 1 million views.
I don't know why you wear your bonnet outside like that.
I don't know why you ain't got you a boyfriend, so you won't have to be wearing back my bonnet.
Oh.
All right, now.
I don't want.
I'll tell you this. You're right here worried about my bonnet. You better be worried about you ain't got a boyfriend.
I do got me a boyfriend. What you mean? Yes, I do. Yes.
What's that? Her boyfriend in the trenches? What's she talking about? Her boyfriend in the trenches?
You know, I really couldn't make out what she said towards the end.
I like she said your boyfriend in the
trenches. But I gotta. Me knowing my grandmama, she probably, yeah. I ain't no telling what she said.
Oh yeah, I'm still saying.
Grandma said.
Yeah, that's good old grandma. I bring back memories. Y'all trying to get me on the emotional side today. Good. I ain't watched this video in a long time, man. I just
I didn't know that was it.
I really do.
Remember that?
Yeah, man. I really do. It's just important to value people while you living. While you living, you know, get no roses while you living. And I did have the opportunity to express my a heart of gratitude towards my grandmother consistently throughout her lot of years, and that's some peace and that or whatever.
I'll jump with the DNA test.
He's pouring out his heart. You're so real.
Whoa.
I heard you ain't on. I feel you. I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah.
Compare strength and conditioning. Here he said, I was joking with the DNA test. That white woman was not laughing. Roles were reversed in my situation. She was the deadbeat. Wow. And it's not impossible. I got burnt on the paternity test. My oldest daughter was 12 years old. She is still my daughter, still my first, and still love her. And my grandkids, 3 grandkids by her. Our relationship was severed through the mother line. That's unfortunate that women find that. I know we get ready to go just tell out there. That's unfortunate. They don't realize the damage they do to kids, you know. And I eventually forgave the mother. You know, you move on in life, people make mistakes, and that's the thing about when you tell a lie, you have to keep going so long. But then when your lie comes back, that's credibility you can never build back. And that's a child you've always scarred, that always has to look at you and look at you lied to me, and you knew you lied. You know, that was a hard pill, you know, in a sense. But I had a dream, and I moved off that dream, and people fought me on it. They did. My wife stood with me on it. I did it. People like, oh, you just trying to get out. I'm like, I was paying child support. So I mean, hey, I was paying. I wasn't even going through no court system. And, you know, and there it was, you know, and we wanted. I even asked about, you know, hey, let me just get her full time. She could be here. I'm married, me and my wife. We can raise up. She want a solid family. She can see how structured it is, you know. She's like, no. And all she did just made a mess and just tore my daughter, just tore her life up, you know. People don't look at the damage they do out of the fact that you're trying to trap a man. You can't make nobody love you when a person finds out about you, all they're gonna do is just despise you. Because you have to look at what has you done. You know what I'm saying? You don't care about wrecking your own child's life. You don't worry about it's going to come up. And I remember before I heard one time about a gentleman, his daughter was in the hospital, apparently getting an operation, and it was life-threatening, and they was trying to see about a donor from the family, and they did his blood to find out was he a match. He asked the doctor, and they came out, was he the match? And the doctor told him they told him forever he wasn't even the dad. They was trying to find out was it somebody else and they could test. So here's a daughter, 19 years old. She's in a hospital, needing a life-saving operation. He gave his blood to see was he a match. And they come out to tell him, first of all, you ain't even the daddy. And they moved on from that. They was trying to find somebody else for a donor because it was that serious. So you think about this. You just heard that, and they moving on asking, is it somebody else in the family?
Mm.
So you sit here looking at 19 years. You married the person, and this person has lied to you. This is not your kid.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out right here when your kid is in here possibly dying. See, that for the sake of you want a man, ain't nobody worth that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All you're gonna make the kid hate you, and it just really damaged their relationship. You know what I'm saying? It caused problems with me and my daughter relationship. You know, we still talk and do, but it's not like we were. You know what I'm saying? It can never be that way. But you know, she'll always be my baby. You know, I'd never take that away from me in that time with her. But I was there. I cut the umbilical cord. So, you know, taking mom's classes back then, you know, weren't married, you know, being there, you know, keeping her. She was smart. And to see that kind of stuff, just look at, you know, people don't even care. These just wreck people's lives. But, you know, I was a dirty nigga at the same time. You know, excuse the language I don't like. A nigga does not refer to what you think it is, but I use on the negative contents on that end. I was just dirty. And you reap what you sow when you're a dirty person. So, you know, as much as it was wrong with what she did, it was just as wrong for me to be fornicating. It was just as wrong for me to do a whole lot of things I did. And you reap what you sow. So, we definitely appreciate y'all tonight. We definitely hope us opening up, telling you, and like everybody who's saying they were burned, complete strength conditioning, and said he was on the other side. All of us think about this. What did we do? What type of person have we been? And a lot of it comes back to be the results of things that happen to us. We aren't all completely innocent. Maybe on a situation that when it comes back, you know, bite us, we will, you know, I didn't do anything that time. But how many times we've been guilty of just being wrong? I'll be honest, I don't hold no ill feelings with. I don't. I look at me. I did a lot of people bad. I did a lot of wrong to people. I burned a lot of people. So when they came back around, hey, that's what you get, Slickster. For me, I'm talking about for me. Slickster got what was coming to him. And so it's changing, y'all, and we're gonna have to get ready to go. Before we go, you know, it's been a long time. We heard our music. Now, no, I'm gonna give you my saying before we go. It's been a long time. We do, y'all know we gotta come up off the dome. I don't have nothing in my mind. We gotta come up, we gotta get them a saying tonight. Time. Listen, we appreciate your time. Come in, listen with us, share with us, sometimes even crying with us. And that's what we do. People. And when we're people, we need that human feel of knowing, hey, I made a mistake, but you understand, we care, we'll build, we'll be better. Hey, we appreciate you. And don't forget, if anybody asks you, do you mind? You tell them you always mind. Every Thursday night, right here on Two Mics in My Mind, 8:30 every Thursday night, p.m. Eastern Time. Hey, everybody tell you, they love you. Hey, we love you. We say we're a hobby as we can. Truly love Dr. Resident Joe. Take us home.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Off the dome. Who going first? Resident Joe.
You in the hot seat. Go ahead, Resident Joe.
Yes, she is. Off the dome. Everybody off the dome.
Humbling yourself would only help you grow.
Okay. Humbling yourself to help you grow. What you got went on?
Helping yourself grow requires experience and time.
Yeah, that's what it takes.
We switch it.
All right, well, so in order to grow, you got to go. So in order to go, and that's what we got for Tula. What you got for us? Then you gonna give us your quotation you stole.
Oh, ain't all okay.
We'll hobby too, Chris. Say it you too. Here we go.
Everything that's planted needs sunshine and rain in order to grow. All right.
Hold on for a minute.
I like that, but sound like she cheated.
I didn't
cheat. She didn't cheat.
I did not
She
cheat.
started that from Blackberry Molasses. You're gonna need some heartache and pain. Yeah, gonna need some sunshine and rain.
Sunshine and rain. Thank you for calling that.
Stop.
Sunshine and rain.
Blackberry Molasses.
You're gonna have bad. You plant it, you hear, you plant it on the earth, good and bad gonna come. Boom. That's it. Y'all will.
What else you got? What you got?
All right. Oh, I ain't know I was gonna do this tonight. All right.
Oh, here we go. Terrible.
Okay.
Terrible.
What? Oh, you didn't. What? You didn't give it a chance. Okay.
But what did it take when you just stole it?
Huh?
All right, go ahead.
No, what you gonna say?
No, go ahead. What you gonna say? Terrible. She tried to find something.
No, I got. I just don't want to. Certain things I'm looking at. I don't know if this is gonna be good tonight. But tonight, here. But okay.
My wallet is like an onion. Open it makes me cry. Stolen from Google. Yeah, I like that. My wallet is like an onion. Open it makes me cry. That's a good one.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Great job, Tula.
Yeah, great job. I went somewhere.
I can't control who I attract, but I can control who I entertain.
Okay.
Say that one more again, because it sounds like you stole it off my song called Control. But go ahead.
I can't control who I attract, but I can control who I entertain.
Or how
I like that. I like that. I like that.
How I react.
That's not it. That's not it, Tony. You had your original.
I like mine. I heard that. I can't control who I attack, but I can
attract.
Can't control how I react.
Control.
I like that, Tula.
I can control how I react because I don't have to entertain you.
Tula, I know you tired. You want to get you some rest, Tula.
Oh, look. Listen, somebody said sound for me. You heard mine though. Mine came back. Mine was original. I can't control how I react. I tell you, loose here. Yeah. She said, I can control. You hear that? I can't control who I attack. That's what I'm saying. I can't control who I attract, but I can control you when I attack. I like that. I take that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, appreciate y'all so much tonight. Always. We definitely hope this show has been tube and been informational, look different, but we come from the heart because that's what we do, because we love you. And that's a heart for us. And you keep standing, keep doing better, keep growing. And don't be afraid to keep evolving. Always look for change every day. Look at something you can change to be a better you. All right. Goes on, little doctor. Yay.
Y'all take it easy. Yay.
There we go.
We're about to take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the
ultimate power in the universe.
Dr. Joe's, the love got the mics and the mind on the
and the mind. All right. Ooh, sorry. You do something better. I'll do something better, and we'll be better together. Until next week, you're willing.
We'll be here. We'll have you. I'll have y'all. Be encouraged. All that.